I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Finally at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me.
Put my money where my mouth is, I'ma get it now, kid. Heard around town, this sound is astounding. Feel my heart pounding, bass is surrounding. Think I finally found it, so I'm gonna mount it. Like an ex-girlfriend, I'ma get it back. Make a couple wrecks as I make a couple tracks. Stay on the attack as I'm writing every rap in a snapback. Black off this coke and this jack. Man, I feel good, dog, I feel good. Woke up a little richer, also with a little wood. If I could teach this shit, man, really wish I could. So listen up closely, I'll give you a push. I raise hell every time my lyrics pop off. I take shots at the haters with a sawed off. Girl, you better keep me up or I'll nod off. One shot, all I got, I will not stop.
I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Finally at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me.
Yeah, it's not enough, man, I want more. I keep on doing business, open every single door. I wanna be the richest, so you see me up on Forbes. I can do this through my music, that's how I even the score. I don't take it slow, man, I want it bad. Every single day, I'll be carving out a path. Like a girl with a tat on her back, all black. I'ma take her right back to my pad where it's at. I don't ever slack off, so you better back off. I'm about to blast off faster than NASA. Everybody stand up, put your fucking hands up. That's the demand, yup. Welcome to the brand, bruh. No, I'm not cautious, I take risks. And no, you can't stop this, I'm too slick. She knows that she wants it, so come quick, baby, know that I'm on it. I don't quit.
I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. So hard to find, it's the real damn thing. Don't be wasting any time, I got somewhere to be. Always on the grind, yeah, you know me. Hold the crown will be mine, you can call me king. A matter of time for you all love me. Finally at my prime, right where I wanna be. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me. I'm one of a kind, there ain't no one like me.
Keep it going, I'm rolling and flowing, I'm coasting, I got them all trolling me right. I just keep growing and showing them, knowing I'm owning this flow, you can catch me outside. Gonna get them all with a little payback. Never gonna fall, I'ma stay on the attack. Put them up against the wall as I finish every track. Never gonna stall, no, I'm never gonna slack. I've been like working and learning and searching for something to push my shit over the edge. I'ma keep burning and turning the profit, you know I can't stop it until I am dead. Gonna be unstoppable and profitable, cause I got a constant flow of knowledge, yo. If you got a problem, bro, take 'em off the throw. Coming to the top, I go, yeah, promise slow.
Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Yeah. Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. I'ma put that ass to sleep. Yeah.
You can't stop this, I promise. Got electronic with a little rock shit. Rap on top of it, you can't even process it. I'ma keep dropping it till it tries stopping it. Oh, I got the beats and I got the rhymes to make your girl cheat. I swear she a dime, get up on your feet if you wanna climb and take it from me. I got nothing to hide, I get it, cause I want it. Always on it, and I'm got it. Now I got it, got my shot in. You know I'ma be the one climb to the top of it. I'm dropping this, take a shot, I got the fifth. I'm watching it, crop top got me in. She got it shit, she wanna pop it off again. Drop it low and then she gonna take it off and sin, yeah.
Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Yeah. Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace. I'ma put that ass to sleep, yeah.
I gotta do it for the fans, yeah. I wanna do it for the fans, bruh. I got really big plans, yeah. I'ma do it cause I can, yeah. I throw cash for a minute, oh. She throw back for a minute, yeah. I flow fast when I get it, oh. She love that when I hit it, yeah. I'ma get high, I'ma get low. I'ma go fly to my own show. I don't say bye, I say hello. Get to know me, yeah, they call me B-Ho. Gonna be the best in the game, best in the fame. Nest in your brain and I spread like the plague. I don't give, no I take. Live for today, ain't nobody gonna say I can make a name.
Hold up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace, R.I.P. Rest in peace, R.I.P. Rest in peace, R.I.P. Rest in peace, yeah. Roll up to the club and the city show me love. She gon' fit me like a glove. Sipping whiskey, feeling buzzed. R.I.P. Rest in peace, R.I.P. Rest in peace, R.I.P. Rest in peace. I'ma put that ass to sleep, yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3. What's up, grinders? Man, I hear it. That's all I've been hearing. Open the door. Open the door. Ringing my doorbell. I hear it. Grinders, we're back. It was a wild week. Wild week indeed. And thank you again. Last night I had some things going on, so I was like, I wasn't going to be home around that time of the show, so thank you, everybody, for the adjustments made tonight. So we are live tonight, Tuesday night. The Grindhouse is open. Shout out to all the grinders coming on in. The Coon, yes, we are live. Sam Ash, unknown, just wait. Dave Rock, how you doing? Captain Crunch, let's go. We got two. Who are you? Here's Who Are You? Game Ico, Emulation Gamer, Febreze, My Febrizzle. What's up? Hatsuma. Ghost in the Garage. I see he came in. Yo, we got some guests here too. Waiting on Frog. Frog will be coming in a little bit. He said he might be late. Jeff B Gaming. How you doing? DMG Tank Twisted Sync. Yo, yo, yo. Thank you again, everybody, for coming on in. It's Tuesday. And also shout out to all the VIP grinders here to support the show with those awesome emojis that we got in the chat. Phil Nesses, Gears, Herman Holt Splits, Boosters. They're all there. The 3 C's. Oh my goodness. We found the 4th C on the last show, and Holy Spirit Activate. There'll be a lot of those, and you know where you're coming. You know you're coming here because I got the goods. I got the Phil Ness and interview goods. Oh, my goodness. I got another great interview for everybody this evening. Oh, my goodness. What's up, caller? How you doing? Oh, man. But shout out to our guests. Ghost in the Shell, how you doing? Link said he'll be there last night. He said he'll be here tonight. How you guys doing?
What's up, Jazz, man? I'm doing good, man. Just had a great Father's Day. Everybody, all the fathers in the chat, man. Happy Father's Day, Jazz. Happy Father's Day if you're a dad.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. I'm just reveling and swimming in all the tears from this week, and so I'm here for the smoke.
Dude, it was like a crazy ending to a week, man. It was just like. It was like a double shot. It was like a punch to the gut and then a kick to the nuts, like at the end of the week. It was just like like a double blow. But yes, dude, it was definitely. Oh, man. And yes, happy Father's Day to everybody. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope there was a lot of barbecuing, a lot of hanging out with family, a lot of drinking and just chilling. I wish it was a longer weekend. That's how I would feel, man. It's kind of, it sucks, I can tell you, as like working and stuff, like when you see the kids get off from school and stuff and they're like done, they're like, yo, I could chill now all summer. And then you're just like, yeah, it sucks. Like, I just got to go work every day. Like, nothing really changes. Like, it's just like, oh man, you just want to have that, just sit back and chill. But hey, responsibilities. But here we are at the Grindhouse. This is the fun times. Twisted Sig with the 2. He goes, I have the green light. Yes, you may have heard. Oh my goodness. See, CJ's back. The fourth C came back, man. He's hungry. He's hungry. I guess you didn't hear it the first time about that he had the green light. What was that?
Microsoft has the money. I have the green light, so to speak, in your terms, to go.
What was that?
Has the money. I have the green light, so to speak.
He came back, man. He's hungry. He's hungry, man. Phil had the green light in 2013. He was good. He was good. Dude, shout out to CJ. Dude. Man, they come back, man. They love it. They love it. They love the Grindhouse. Welcome him in, everybody. Welcome him in, everybody. So we got some topics tonight. Yo, Link, how you doing, man? How was your weekend? Oh, Link's building something. Thank you, Twist Sync. Yes, I got the green light. Yes, I made it one of my things on the Grindsboard. And that's another thing. We got some extra. Yes, the unknown, yes. I have some extra sound bites for everybody, so hopefully we can integrate them into the show, and we'll see how this goes. But yeah, it is some good ones here. Yep. So anyway, let's go to the Grindsboard and see. Here we go. We're going right into it, man. We got some even ad hoc topics that came on in later on. But yes, here we go. Let's go to the Grindsboard. Here we go. All right. Grindsboard this evening. Yeah, and some last minute topics came on. He's saying he's going to see RDX. Yes, he needs that comforting, that warm, cuddly blanket of lies. Talking about lies. I got Phil Spencer quotes here, man. This is Phil Spencer saying these things. This is the executives saying these things. This is not fan, hey, what do you think? You just say community people. This is the boss saying stuff like this. I got the green light. What was that again, Phil? What did you have? Terry Myerson, you couldn't buy any studios. What happened?
That Microsoft has the money. I have the green light. So
what? He could have bought anybody he wanted to.
That Microsoft has the money. I have the green light, so to speak, in your terms, to go and acquire studios. Again, Titanfall, he could buy anybody he wants. He got the green light. Terry Myerson, Terry Myerson's cousin, sister's former roommate. He couldn't buy the studios. He was strapped for cash. Satya gave him the checkbook. Dude, it's all bullshit. It's all bull. It's all excuses. And that's all I see all week was excuses. And that was the gut punch. And then Final Fantasy VII was the nut punch. 1 and 2. So, to start off the show, I figured, we do have some ad hoc topics. I might throw them in here as we go through a couple of things here. But this is the ones that I had up here. So, what was I'm going to do the best and worst of Summer Games Fest. So, since Link's still on mute, Ghost, what was your best high point and what was the worst of there? It could be a game, could be a show, could be anything. What was of this Summer Games Fest or E3, whatever we got here? What was the best and worst?
I guess the best for me would be really looking forward to
Callisto
Protocol. Really, and honestly, I like those alien isolation, the alien game, the Dark Descent or whatever it's called. I'm a big Ridley Scott fan, so those are the type of games that interest me. The worst had to have been the Pentiment game, Pentiment.
Tom Sawyer's new game. Josh Sawyer.
It looks like a banger. It looks like a AAA game.
And the crazy part, I was watching Thrash's video. Shout out to King Thrash, but he said, "Y'all playing books now?"
Motion novels. That looks like something that's on the friggin' YouTube Kids. God damn it.
That's like one of them games that your kid's first iPad.
I know. Pentiment, like I couldn't believe it. I'd say like I had to do a double take of that game because everybody was saying like Josh Sawyer's game from Fallout, Obsidian's working on 4 projects. This is one of them, but and it was on Cobra's lists. And then I saw it come and go, and I'm like, wait a second, Pentiment. I'm like, everybody was talking about like Obsidian's new game of Pentiment. I'm like, that was Pentiment. Holy crap! Like maybe it's a good game, but like, dude, this is not like. This is a perfect, exactly what you could expect. All these studios, when I hear a studio is working on multiple projects, that's a problem because I'm like, with the C team, like these are small bite-sized games.
Mm-hmm.
It's Game Pass filler, like it's that's what it is. Like they're buying, and I had Booty's interview again. People are like, oh, why are you picking? I'm picking on them, dude. That's what the guy said. Game Pass, and I think a lot of it after this week has shown that Game Pass is kind of yielding a certain category or type of game and a type of show that Game Pass is kind of ushering in, and I think this year was a show, like, because people come to E3 for this show, and I think Game Pass...
Do you have these same kind of concerns about a studio working on multiple projects with any studio or just these Microsoft studios?
When they have Microsoft studios, because the reason why they bought, because first off, these weren't big, like Obsidian, was big, and they came off Outer Worlds and stuff like that. But when you buy Ninja Theory and they're working on 3 games, it's like, ugh, like they were small, like they're working on 3 games. I'm like, how many people could be doing this stuff? But when you have Obsidian, and I think Obsidian is probably one of their better studios. But again, we haven't seen these studios shine under the Microsoft umbrella. A lot of what they've did, Ninja Theory, Obsidian, has been prior to the acquisitions of what Microsoft kind of bought them for. And you're seeing what they bought them for. Ninja Theory, coming off the success of Hellblade, has yet to show Hellblade 2 gameplay, but they released Bleeding Edge, Passion Project, Obsidian, came off the success of Outer Worlds. Not on the Microsoft didn't publish that game. They put it in Game Pass, but they didn't publish it. And you got grounded in a beta for 2 years. The story that you're going to build, and now we're going to tell you. And Pentiment. Like, and, and then where's Outer Worlds 2 that they announced last year? And then Avowed, which they announced 2 years before that. And it's just like, I'm not a huge fan. When you see like what Naughty Dog did, working on multiple projects, if they're kind of offshooting, basically like you got Uncharted, Last of Us, doing that, I could see that that's all right. But when you tell me you have these sole studios, these studios that really haven't put out tons of games, and now just working on multiple projects at once, and then you're starting to see them, like you can't imagine, like Compulsion Games working on an A and a B project, and they're not. I don't think they're built for that, unless they're small projects.
My gripe is, is that you get the games that you announced out first. Like when we first saw like that Xbox showcase, all those games that everyone was hyping up, like you said, Avowed, the
Outer Worlds 2.
Outer Worlds 2, you know what I'm saying? Like, get those games out for now. Like you said, they're putting filler and not even fodder, just filler, just to buy the time. My feelings is like, get the games that you're working on. Sony does a phenomenal job of prioritizing, what comes first, and they don't hopscotch around. They don't ask help from, Crystal Dynamics, and I mean, it's hilarious, man. They cannot manage themselves yet. You have all these 30 studios, and they can't seem to get out of their own way. That show. Especially the Xbox show. I mean, hell, the Square Enix show, 15-minute show was better than 95 minutes. Sony's little 22-minute was better than 95 minutes. Capcom's show was better than 95 minutes. I mean, it's wild.
I know. Game Night 123 with the 5. Thank you, Game Night. He goes, if Insomniac's next game wasn't Spider-Man 2 and was something like Pentiment, I would be like, what the fuck is this? And that's exactly right. Like, imagine if Sony bought Insomniac and their next game was like some passion project indie VR game, and you're just like, whoa, you coming off Spider-Man, maybe this is a pacifying moment, but like, we better expect big stuff. And what's interesting is that when these studios were acquired, everybody's like, Microsoft money. They're going to take this studio and make them bigger and better because they got this full financial backing from Microsoft. And when you look at what's coming out of some of them, and you're like, and of what we've seen, again, we haven't seen a lot of what's coming on. We have no idea what Compulsion is releasing. We have no clue like what Everwild is gonna be. But that's not even one they acquired. What is Project Mara? Is that some like VR thing? I don't think it's a VR because they don't have VR. It's what State of Decay 3, is it gonna be huge? I'm assuming. I don't know, but I had that quote from Booty about Hellblade. I was like, he said if Hellblade is the same scope and size as the first one, we would consider that a success. And that's not what you want to hear after they acquired Ninja Theory. You think the next one's going to be huge. It's going to be like Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2, or Horizon 1 compared to Horizon 2, or Halo 1 compared to Halo 2. Like, you want that next step. And Horizon, and hopefully, not Horizon, but Hellblade 2 is that. But I hope it's just not like the same scope type game. It should be bigger and huge, like epic. But we'll see about that. But yeah, exactly. Like, we haven't seen these studios flourish or what their big next projects are on the Microsoft as of yet. And we still haven't, even after this E3. But Link, what was your best and worst of the summer Game Fest?
Excuse me. Callisto Protocol, Day one, must have it. Can't wait for it. Let me think. Summer Games Fest. It
was like the whole thing. Started with the Sony showcase, I guess, until Final Fantasy.
Man, I can't even remember. I can't even remember. Final Fantasy 16, that's next year.
Yeah, that's next year.
Definitely excited about that. Microsoft show.
Was that on the
nothing really wowed me from that show, but I will say that I'm interested in picking Redfall up. I'm not super excited about it, but I've seen enough of it to pique my interest to want to play it. So I purchased that. But overall, I saw a lot of third-party games that I'm interested in playing, but I can't say that was really, Last of Us part one remake.
That was part of it.
Super,
the remake.
Super excited for
that.
that.
Part of it too.
I'm definitely excited for that. That's one of my favorite series of games. So definitely will be picking that up. But yeah, that's about it. I would say very disappointed in Microsoft's show, but they just continue to shoot themselves in the foot so many times that it shouldn't even be a surprise anymore.
I know.
So
yeah,
I'm not interested in these cartoon pop-up book type games that they're making. You know what I mean? It's just not my thing. Yeah. That game High on Life or whatever.
High on Life looked pretty cool. That was one good
what's
thing.
Is that the little
the first person shooter thing?
Yeah.
It looked pretty cool.
What show was Evil West at? What show was that at? Was
Evil
that
West
show?
Was that's Focus Entertainment. I think, was that Jeff Keighley's or was it at one of the other ones?
I can't remember. That was
I
pretty
played
cool.
that. If you want to know, I played that at PAX East. I waited about 45 minutes I waited actually a couple hours playing it. Dude, that game is really cool. Like, it almost has like a God of War style camera to it. So it's like that heavy kind of Wild West, like, and it's with fighting like these demons, and it's very gory. They have executions, except there's pistols in it as well, in addition to some melee fighting. And it definitely, they took elements, I feel, of the God of War kind of camera and the kind of motion that he has. It's very kind of really heavy, but like very gory, and it definitely felt like that with some Deadeye aim and things like that. And it looked really cool. But when I played it, it didn't look as sharp when I played it. I don't know if I was playing at a low resolution there, but it looked good from far away. But up close, like, it definitely looked a little not as super sharp, super clean. But it was a pretty cool game. Like, it definitely has its elements. It's over the top with its executions and stuff like that. And I think it's definitely a cool game to play. I played some. There was definitely some mini boss fights that I had in that, and yeah, it was a challenge, but it was pretty cool. I think it's a definitely interesting game, interesting concept. Like Evil Dead meets Wild West with a kind of a God of War style camera, and stuff. I don't know about the story and stuff, but I'm gonna say like it definitely has that kind of feel to it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Focus really was like one of the top things at PAX. Like they had, you couldn't play Plague's Tale 2, which I'm really looking forward to. I really like the first one. I played it late when it came on the PS5. I had it on PC, but man, the DualSense with the rats and stuff, like it really just pulled me into it. And I loved the, it made me amazingly, like that DualSense really added another level of immersion to that game, and the story's pretty good as well. And I'm excited about the second one. That wasn't playable, but Ninja Turtles was, and Killing West was. But yeah, that was pretty cool. For me, for the best and worst, like the best, I agree. Like Callisto Protocol showed incredible. That looks like the Dead Space that we need. Like that definitely. I worried about Dead Space remake, but Callisto Protocol, like man, I'm really digging that. I like that. That was definitely a high point. I'm excited about the other thing that I did like. I liked what was the other thing there was like. I think the shows overall, I think Sony's show with showing those Resident Evil 4 remake, because I'm currently been playing Resident Evil 3, and those remakes, they just got the updates too, man. They have incredible atmosphere.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yep, forgot about that.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 remake. Now the thing is, people are gonna probably give me dislikes here, but I never played Resident Evil 4. I played the beginning of it, and that was it.
Wow.
Because it came out on GameCube after I moved on to Xbox. And I played Resident Evil 0 on GameCube, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 0. But when Resident Evil 4 came out, I was kind of done with my GameCube, and I never
have a PS2.
I didn't have a PS2 either. I had Xbox, dude.
Well, damn.
Yeah, damn, exactly. So you could see why this is pretty incredible. People are like, you're a pony. Dude, I didn't even have a PlayStation 2. I bought it for like 1 week and played Grand Theft Auto via San Andreas, and I had it for that, and then I got rid of it because I felt that the Xbox had such, like, it was cleaner graphics that I couldn't play PlayStation 2 after playing on Xbox, and on the online pulled me in on Xbox. And yeah, that was it. I really didn't get a PlayStation 2. I got a PS3 when God of War 3 came out and played God of War 3, Uncharted, and stuff like that, but the online wasn't that good. Yeah, I know, guys. I know. I'm probably going to get dislikes on the stuff, but yeah. That's why I say, like, if you say, like, if I have any criticism at Xbox, dude, you know where it's coming from. And how I just got pulled into the PS4 in 2016, and I never looked back. And that takes a lot from somebody who just did not really have that. That's why, I'm interested in playing some of the PS2 games. But yeah, no, I never played on PS2. And I don't think Xbox ever got Resident Evil 4. Right? I don't think Xbox never got it.
No, it never went to the Xbox original OG.
Nope.
They did port it to the
360,
Xbox One, and maybe the 360.
Oh,
I think it went to the 360 too.
Yeah, I know the most re-released games. I just never got around to it. Never got around to it, dude. And I know it's the best one. It's the one that had the transition. It's like, oh my god, dude. That's why I haven't. Hey, I missed that one. I missed it, and I heard so much about it. I want to play it, and I played like the beginning of it. I just never got into it. I got into the cabin, got to the I think I got to like the second level. I just never, whenever it had a chance, I never finished it. Yeah, revoke my pony card. I told him, no, pony, man. I'm a disgruntled Xbox fan. I never said I was a pony. I'm a disgruntled Xbox fan that saw like what they used to do, what I liked what they used to do, and now how they just went down the tubes, and how Sony's just dominating it, dude. It's true. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna cap for games I didn't play. You want to go somewhere else? I didn't play it. If I didn't play it, I didn't play it. So I'm excited about Resident Evil 4, and I'm interested because I'm gonna say play even Resident Evil 3, dude, and the remake. I love Resident Evil 2 as well. Like the remakes have done such an incredible way of creating such great atmosphere to those games. Yeah, I love Resident Evil. But yeah, that was a great show. Like what Sony showed in that showcase, and Street Fighter 6 being announced. I know it was announced already, but like seeing it, that was another high point for me was during this Gamefest was a Street Fighter 6. And yeah, the low point, I have to say, one of the low points definitely was Microsoft's show. Most of it was But Keeley's show I thought really kind of sucked. His Summer Games Fest, like I thought that Keeley thing was just horrible. And even if Last of Us didn't leak, I don't think it would have mattered that much. Like I think the Last of Us news at the end felt kind of forced. Like I don't know why Sony just want to put that on their show. And I'm kind of ticked off that like it's Sony. Like it just seems that Sony's announcements are the things that just kind of glue this kind of whatever is left of E3 together, and everybody else is just like a fish out of water flopping around. Like it's like Sony has to come with big announcements and big reveals and things like that to even garner any kind of excitement, where everybody is just, I just feel like nobody. I'm like, what else? What is everybody doing? Right?
I don't know what Microsoft's doing. Dude, they've announced several big titles that we still have we're not close to finding out even when these games are coming out.
Their first party was incognito.
Where's Hellblade? Where's Hellblade?
Hellblade. They say that for the Game Awards, I guess. They show that every other year at the Game Awards. Like I don't get it.
Yeah, it should be. Well, I don't know. It feels like a lot of the stuff that Microsoft has in development is not close to. None of the big games aren't close to coming out.
I know. Well, and that's a perfect point, and we're gonna go that halfway through. I'm bring that up because that's a great point because people are not even bringing that part up. But so I would say the worst thing I would say too, like one of the bad things I think was how Microsoft didn't bring it really this year as really being quiet too. Like they really did not talk about games. They had no inside Xboxes. They had nothing. They said we're buying Activision in January and went into a coma, basically. And then they only popped their heads out. If somebody said the word Xcloud, they popped their head out of the hole. They're like, oh, wait a minute, Xcloud? Oh, yeah, we got Xcloud. And then went back in. But they haven't said anything. So you thought that they were saving it for the show. And that show really was a disappointment. And I think the other thing, too, is I think Starfield, one of the disappointments, I'm not going to say the worst, but I think Starfield
was a big one.
Had a horrible showing. And I can't believe how little they showed of Starfield, considering
that game much.
Was supposed to come out in November. I could not believe how little they did. That little highlight reel for Todd Howard talking for the game that he announced in 2018.
You're my number one customer
on stage in his bomber jacket, and really they just gave him that little bit of showtime, like that little 5-10 minutes of 5 minutes or so. No walkthrough demo, no deep dive, not even in the after show where I thought he was going to have a controller and they were going to go deep dive E3 style demo and after show stuff. Not even that. They had Hines on there talking just like what a Bethesda game is and really bad. And I just couldn't believe the lack of gameplay for a game that was supposed to come out in November. Same thing goes with Starfield. I'm not Starfield. I mean Redfall. These two gameplays were just quick kind of gameplay highlight reels. Like nobody was playing this game. Nobody had a demo. Nobody was going through a mission. Nobody did anything. These are games that are open world games that have a mission structure. Why wouldn't you demo let's do a mission and show how you do a mission? Nope. We're just gonna do some highlight reel, and I think that was kind of the biggest thing is the gameplay with the lack of two games that was supposed to be released. One was supposed to come out now, and one's supposed to come out in November. And just they didn't even show that well either with enough of that stuff. So
they didn't want Howard on stage lying like he did every other time.
He did some good lying already.
They're we gotta keep you on wraps because you get on stage and say some bullshit.
Dude, game night goes. I don't watch Keely's. Okay, sorry, what were you saying?
It was sit down with your bomber jacket, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they're don't say anything. Put him back in his capsule. Exactly. Didn't do, and I've shown that all last week in a number of shows how they spent 40 minutes on Fall. Remember when they did that first Bethesda showcase? The whole showcase was basically Fallout 4. He showed everything about Fallout 4. And remember the excuse was Bethesda likes to show their games 3 or 4 months before they release. That's why you didn't see gameplay for the last year and a half.
That's what they've been saying. That's what they've been saying.
Exactly. Another
that game was running really bad. So exactly. I don't know.
Bethesda don't show their games until 3 or 4 months before release. Another narrative of just excuses of why it grinds. Dude, I don't want to get on my rant. I want to kind of start quiet, whatever. I get so pissed off that people make excuses why they're not seeing things that they want to see. It's just this craziest thing. If you listen to some Xbox podcasts, some tweets, I don't know who's real or who's not, but I can't imagine you're a gamer and you make excuses for why you're not seeing something that you want to see. So instead of being upset going or scratching your head going, why didn't I see this? Why didn't they show this? Why haven't they talked about this? And getting kind of like anxious. People go, oh, well, they don't do that normally 6 months before. Okay. Like, why are you making excuses for being disappointed? Be disappointed and ask for better. Like, I don't understand the concept of not being disappointed and making excuses to cope with the lack of stuff. It makes no sense. Like, I don't know what kind of
it's like a religion to these people.
Yeah, because it's not about the games. And I think we've seen that more and more, that it's not about the games. And I got some good... Woo! Oh man,
it's about Game Pass.
It's not even about Game Pass. Look at what Game Pass released. I said some ad hoc topics. Like, here you go. Here's an ad hoc topic right here. You want to see best and worst? This is Game Pass. Best deal in gaming, dude. Shadowrun Trilogy, Nakura, Far Cry 5, FIFA 22. Which you got already with PlayStation Plus, $60 base service, not $15 a month service, and 3 Kingdoms Total War. This is your June E3. This is your Game Pass.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Damn right, oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
And 3 Kingdoms is not even coming to the console. So if you have console Game Pass, Phil says you're shit out of luck. There you go. This is the best value in gaming. This is the thing that you fly out to E3 for. Like, this is it. Their Game Pass offering has been like and I'm gonna say the biggest announcement was Turtles going into Game Pass. That's it. Turtles is an incredible game. That was a great get. I can't believe Microsoft did not rise to the rooftops with Turtles and Game Pass and just use that at all, because that was the biggest announcement for Xbox at E3, at this Summer Games Fest, was Turtles in Game Pass, because those are the kind of games they need to start getting in addition to big third parties. They didn't get anything with Saints Row. Nope. No Saints Row remastered. No Gotham Knights. Nope. No Call of Duty coming to Game Pass. Nope. No Hogwarts Legacy coming to Game Pass. Nope. They got no big games coming to Game. They didn't get a big deal at all. That's on top of 6 months of really not getting a big deal. The biggest game that came out in Game Pass was MLB The Show. In the whole year.
Jeff, what do you expect, though?
What about Tunic? What about Tunic?
Shit. You mean that 2-month exclusive?
Yeah, they were
hyping get them.
Oh, you mean the game? You mean the game that's on PlayStation?
Yeah, exactly.
PlayStation? Come on now.
Yeah,
but 12%.
They were saying it was game of the year.
12% of Xbox guys beat Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, a free-to-play game.
The damn game is 2 hours. The game don't take but 2 hours to finish.
How do you not beat that game that's so good?
I don't know, man. Who knows? It says
it's really good.
But I'm saying that was like the biggest announcement, dude, of the whole. Like, that was like the biggest get for Xbox in the whole thing. Like, I don't think, I'm surprised they didn't do it.
You know what it does? It shows you that the people that are on that console, that fanboy for that console, the reason there's a Game Pass because they don't buy the games that already exist there.
They don't buy nothing.
And realistically, at this point, I said it before, Microsoft, they would be smart to just say, we're third party, we're going to third party publish at this point, because they don't and they can't seem to compete with the two big Japanese companies that has been in the game for quite some time. And I think that it's okay to bow down, or let me rephrase that, bow out and say, we're going to become a publisher. I think they'd just be a better publisher at this point than they would be making hardware and all this other stuff. They got their hands in too many things. And when it comes to the Xbox side of things, I just think that the 360 was kind of like their lightning in the bottle. They could have ran with that. But I think that when you look back at the 360, for all intents purposes and what it was, there are a lot of things that they try to go about in the same manner going into that next generation with the Xbox One. And they tried to drastically change things, and it backfired on them because they didn't own. I think it wasn't until maybe the PS4 generation that a lot of people didn't realize they didn't own a lot of the IPs that were only on their like Gears. They didn't own that.
Yeah,
well,
that's what I said. Phil basically sold the beginning of the generation. These interviews that I have where he goes,
"That's to me the role of first party."
You heard this? Like he says, the role of first party. This is
to have a large headcount-driven first party organization. Yeah. There's no aversion. That's not a financial because
he says, yeah,
so it's not like you're actually saving a tremendous amount of money. We don't consider them second-party deals because we fully fund the development.
Of course.
I mean, the number of people that we've had from Redmond at Crytek over the last 6 months working hand-in-hand with Crytek on Rise has been tremendous. It's a lot of people. It's been a great relationship, and we treat those games as much a first-party game as an internally developed game.
Yeah. See, you're right, Frog. Like he didn't need to own studios to get games, and basically they didn't own a lot of those games.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
They didn't have it all.
But yeah, there was nothing wrong with that, right? Because it kind of, even though we could look at certain games even on the PlayStation side, and we can kind of tie those and say those, even though it's a multi-plat, you kind of look and say these games are kind of like on the side of like people recognize them as maybe a PlayStation game, but you can say all day, hey, well, this is a multi-plat. I mean, Tekken is basically a multi-plat, but people look at Tekken for being a PlayStation game for years because it was only there. It was only there for quite some time. So I don't think there's a problem with like what Sony's doing. I think that 360 spark they had, they can never get it again. They will never get it again.
But let me get the chat here. I want
to. Even at the end of the 360 generation, they stopped putting out software.
Well, yeah, because they were doing the Kinect stuff. But then they did have some good stuff for the Xbox One. But here, I want to get Game Night. He goes, I don't watch Keely's show anymore. He overhypes it beforehand and always turns out to be mediocre. Then it airs around 3:30 a.m. around here. Dude, stay sleeping. Don't worry about it. He'll put you to sleep if he gets it any earlier. But, thank you, Game Night. But, yeah, Keely's show, he overhypes it. And, he really didn't deliver this year on the Summer Games Fest unless he's really saving it.
Was bad.
Unless he's saving it for his Game Awards show, I don't know. But here's another Game Pass update. While I said some ad hoc here, and I want thank you, Travis Wilson, new VIP grinder. Thank you very much, Travis. Welcome to the VIP Grindhouse with Herman Holtz and doing the quality splits. You get the quality because that's all that Sony does is quality. It's not booty, it's quality. But here you go. Anybody here in the chat, I'm not even going to waste my time with a poll, but I can tell you what the answer would be. Anybody excited? This is another feature coming to Game Pass. Xbox touch controls have been added to some games. You want to hear what you could play on your phone with touch controls? Some of the most incredible games. Ninja Gaiden 2, 3, the original. Who the hell is going to play Ninja Gaiden?
There's no way.
On a phone with touchscreens.
You won't beat it. Those are very challenging games.
Who is going to play Ninja Gaiden with big ass buttons? Like who? Who is this for? Phil, I don't like. Shit! Those are like the hardest games. Who was playing that on the cloud over the internet with touch controls? What is the purpose of this? Then one of the other ad hoc news things that wasn't on the Grindsboard is now they're trying to add keyboard and mouse support to cloud games.
What? Who on PC is doing that?
I don't know. I have no goddamn clue. I don't even know. I don't know who they're making this for. I don't know. I don't know. I'm flabbergasted.
I mean, you ever seen those memes where it's like the monkey on the phone or the baboon on the phone or pressing a bunch of computers? Like I feel like they're just in their R&D phase. They're like, you know what? Well, keyboard, mouse, jetpacks, throw some roller skates too. You know what I'm saying?
I do that.
Yeah, it's like it's ridiculous.
Wait, I remember reading it. Let me make sure. There it is. Wait, where was it? I think did they announce it today? What was it? Yeah, keyboard and mouse support coming. Holy crap! Oh, this was announced in March. I think some games are adding it
for cloud gaming.
For cloud games. Keyboard and mouse support.
So you're gonna be that asshole in the airport as you're waiting on your flight on your phone with a keyboard.
I have no clue. I don't know. Ninja Gaiden on the phone. The unknown's like, who the fuck is asking for Ninja Gaiden on the phone? I have no clue. What?
There's no
I don't
way.
know. Phil comes out. He goes, dude, I have it right here. He goes, here. You want to see? We're gonna get right into Final Fantasy because you know what? People have been asking for Final Fantasy a lot. And you know, and here's Phil. This is how he mocks us, right? He mocks us. Here he goes. Look what he does. Here it is. I see. After that, and since February 20th, 2017, somebody goes,
You just made
Phil,
the list.
It might be crazy, but I'll continue to tweet Phil Spencer about a new Ninja Gaiden with prayers. Phil Spencer says, I see the tweets. He responded to Smiley, I see the tweets. Do I have to use my digital foundry? Yes, I do. Let's see when he said he sees the tweets. Holy shit! Did you get a Ninja Gaiden?
You're fired.
2017, they're begging him for games. 2017. God damn, even poor Boomstick tweeted out Banjo-Kazooie in 2017 to Phil. Mr. Boomstick. What the hell's going on, dude? Begging this son of a bitch for fucking 4 or 5 years. And then the stupid bastard mocks you. And then shows you that trash-ass show on Sunday. I see the tweets.
The first time in my life, I'm
Pissed off. Give me the.
But this is the mockery. I see you. I hear you. Let me sign your shirt. Phil, you didn't even touch any of this stuff. I see the tweets. I prefer if you just don't answer. You know? I prefer if you just the fact that you do that, Broomstick, the fact that you do that, like, it's just, I take it as a mockery, as a pandering to the audience. You know what I mean? Like, you go to, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I feel like that's disingenuous. I feel that, like, he disrespects gaming because people are passionate and asking for things, and you're not even coming close. It's like, well, I went to Japan. Oh, hey, Phil, so what did you get? Final Fantasy's remake and stuff? Personas are coming. Phil, it's 7 years old. We got them. You wanted to play Japanese games? I got Yakuza. I went to Japan. I got what is that fighting game with all the anime characters. Phil, you're missing the boat. Like, just because you got some Japanese games, like, doesn't mean you're going to Japan. Like, where were you in Final Fantasy? Like I feel like you're just pandering. Like, I went to Japan. Oh, and I got Kojima here. Kojima comes on and goes, I'm making a game whenever. And like I said before, Kojima says I'm making a game whenever. How the hell is your showcase about the next 12 months and you got a Kojima on stage telling that he's making a game? Next time we see that guy, he's going to be retired. He's going to release Death Stranding 2, and they're going to be like, where's that cloud game you're making? Kojima wasn't in the 12-month window. I don't know what the hell he was doing there. But it's 12 months. That's why you don't see Xbox games. But you'll see Kojima saying he's making a game.
and this is why I don't even have conversations really about Microsoft or even Xbox anymore. It's really hard to conversate about them when it's nothing positive, and then people just think you're shit on just to shit on them. I got to the point where I just don't even want to talk about them because they're so lackluster in everything they do. It just I just say let them die, let them burn, let them go and do what they're doing. I'm enjoying so many games between my my PlayStation and the Switch. I don't see the point of I have a Series X, but I have a Series X for what? To shit on it because I have it. There's nothing that I see, and maybe Starfield will be the game, like I said, but I don't know. I don't think so. And so I've gotten to the point where I'm like, damn, what can I say about Xbox and the gaming division that is going to be like some groundbreaking, like great news without actually filling people's ears with fodder? Because the majority of people who talk about Xbox in this super positive manner, they bullshit. They don't tell the truth. There's some freaking kind of representative for Xbox, and they just want to get free shit through, free Game Pass, fucking codes and all that.
I got something for you guys again.
So it's very hard to have a serious conversation with people that you can say you consider real gamers who want a game on Xbox as their primary console, and look at them and say, hey, there's a problem over there, and they sit there and tell you, oh, there's no problem.
Yeah, so I know. Don't worry about it. But
have a conversation with those people.
Shout out to Jay Summers, 4 months of VIP grinding. Go shout out to Jez, Frogs, Link, and all the grinders. Thank you so much, Jay Summers. Thank you for being a VIP grinder. So, I don't know if Frog talked to you guys, or any of you guys, about the whole Final Fantasy Rebirth thing. Like, do you think that that's pretty damn crazy that they have not? Because one thing I just want to present here is that for Final Fantasy, right? It said that it was coming because the same thing kind of said for like Deathloop and stuff. They had this little thing that says exclusivity about a year or so, and everybody just looks at that and just says, "Oh, that's when it's coming to Xbox." And don't you think it's pretty crazy that just meant that it was going to go to PC and still never made it to Xbox? So that is same thing with Deathloop. Like that came out of exclusivity over a year, and I guess. People just like, when's that coming out? It wasn't in the 12-month window of their announcements either. But like, what do you think of the Final Fantasy just staying on PS5, this remake, and the fact that Xbox fans are just not getting this on their console, and I guess Xbox's PC and PC's Xbox that don't exist right now.
I mean, I don't have a problem. And the simple fact of the matter is like, we know. Let's be real. We already know that this game is not going to sell if they put it on Microsoft's console. So why are we even going to sugarcoat shit?
Yeah.
You got people that run around. They want it just to say that, just so they can say I have it for fanboy bullshit. But most of these people aren't going to play it. They've never played this. Look, Kid Smooth is a good guy, right? He really is a good guy. But
he went off on this thing.
He's champion on this game coming to Xbox, and he's probably never even beat a Final Fantasy game. Same with Bethesda. He hated Bethesda until Microsoft bought him because it's fanboy bullshit. So instead of him actually wanting, wanting this because it's a good quality game, he wants to champion on fanboy bullshit. That's why I just don't get it's hard to have a conversation with some of these people in this community anymore because they're on that fanboy bullshit wagon.
Yeah.
If Sony's PlayStation was doing the same shit, the horrible stuff, and I wouldn't pander and I wouldn't fucking be jumping up and down for a PlayStation. I'm like, fuck this system. I'm gonna go where I feel the games are the best quality, and that's obviously on the competitors. But some people they want to do the fanboy shit. I don't understand why I just can't say, look, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. We can do better.
But buying whole publishers though, that's great. Like when everybody's like, they should just buy them. They should just buy them. Buy these publishers to lock it away from Sony. But Sony, this is the thing that I think is remarkable, is how PlayStation is getting these exclusives without owning these companies. It's not like they bought Square. Now, if they do buy Square later on, whatever, but they didn't have to buy Square a year and a half ago to get Final Fantasy 16.
Well,
to get this.
You know why, Jez?
Why?
They have history with Square and Sony have lots of history together.
But they got the Bethesda one, dude. Like that's crazy.
And
too.
great business relationship. PlayStation consumers buy most of the Square. When you look at a game like Final Fantasy 15, the split was like 90-10 PlayStation to Xbox.
Oh yeah,
the game.
That, yeah.
You know, the game sold about 10 million copies. It was at like 10 million copies several years ago.
You're my number one customer.
Game night.
The PlayStation was where it is where a lot of their games do very well. Why wouldn't they continue to do business with Sony?
Yeah, and they're staying focused on the development because even they added DLC to Final Fantasy. They also added the PS5 update to that, and then in addition, now you're gonna get the next one probably next year, and then you get Final Fantasy 16. Game Night 123 goes. I saw one guy say he is gonna buy Atlas Games, Soul Hackers 2, and Persona as an FU to Sony and Square Enix. Dude. I don't understand, and it must hurt so much that when Microsoft buys these companies, they're like, well, this is going to stay multi-plat, and this is going to do... It is such a fiasco, and it just shows that Microsoft's vision of what they want has just Xbox fans just like scrambling around. Because it's pretty funny is when Sony game goes to PC, all these Xbox guys are all happy. They're like, we're right. I told you the whole
They're very
slate.
excited.
But now what happened? Final Fantasy's not going to Xbox console, but it's going to PC. What happened? Why does everybody not go Xbox, PC, Xbox? Because it's all fake bullshit.
Well, it's been on PC.
It's been an Epic
Final Fantasy
store.
7 been on PC and the Epic Game Store, yeah.
But even that, it's like what I'm trying to say is like there's people that are really they're Xbox, and this is what I speak about. It's like the core Xbox owner, you're not getting what you signed up for. You're not getting the hopes and dreams that you had. They're not meeting your expectations. You are just like, I guess I'll eat beans again. They're like sitting there and then it's like this. It's like this.
I don't play this game.
Yeah, it's that, but no, it's like this.
But you know what, Jez?
Wait, this is like how they're doing. They're sitting there with Xbox, hoping and praying, and this is what they go.
This is the worst lunch I ever had.
Your only job is to cook. Do you not realize I have had diarrhea since Easter's?
That's what they do. They sit there and they're just like, my one job is to play games on your console. And you're bringing the trash, and I'm just I have diarrhea since I got the game. Like, where is the good stuff? Don't you have like a salad?
I got a question, Jess. I got a question. All this outrage about Final Fantasy VII, right? The exclusivity for this game on PlayStation ended April of 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. There was never a promise made to Xbox players that this game was coming to their platform when that exclusivity period ended. You know who was promising this game to the Xbox fan base? People like Rand Althor and what's his name? Jez. People like
Jez?
That were speculating that this game was going to be announced at Square Enix show to be coming to Game Pass, right? So people were making these predictions, and then after that show, those predictions didn't come true. So then you had a lot of butthurt Xbox fans that were like, but there was never any. All these rumors were fake. People were just making up stuff.
They'll make it. And know what's funny is that I was listening to whose show was it? It was one of the Xbox shows. I forget what I was listening to, but they had the whole crew was there, and they were saying that they went to. I don't think it was Paris. Paris was there. He said that he was talking to them, and he asked them what's going on, and they said basically like, well, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Like, if we came out and said set expectations, this is going to be for the next 12 months, people would have been upset about that, knowing they're not going to see these games. And then if we just let it ride, now people are upset that we never came out and said what the show was going to be, so people just ran wild, and now they're disappointed. They are so clueless. And this is what I don't understand, is that they're so clueless when it comes to knowing their audience. to meeting the demands of their audience. They're in the chats. They're on the podcasts. They're on Twitter saying, I hear you. Phil's all clever and saying, like, responding to tweets and liking and following people like Pacini, Adriana Pacini, and all this other crap. Like, the thing is like, they seem to be in the know. Like, and I call them cool dads because they think they're like, hey, I'm hanging out with my son. I'm like, hey, I'm one of you guys. Hey. But meanwhile, when you have to do your job and bring what the people want, you're hanging out with the crew. You're with the gamers. You're the cool dads. But when we're all saying, hey, yo, you should bring my banjo. You should bring Perfect Dog. Oh, I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see that. And then you tweet out, I hear you. I hear you. And then you go to that show and it's so far removed from anything that anybody even said. You didn't even have an IP that anybody knew about. And what's incredible is you didn't even mention any game. As Colt Eastwood said it, proof of life for Fable. He wanted proof of life of these games. They didn't even put it out there. They didn't say we're working on these games. Hey, here's a sneak peek. Here's a sizzle reel of our first party coming. They just said out of sight, out of mind. They didn't even acknowledge they had a Perfect Dark. They had Everwild, the State of Decay 3. Phil Spencer, State of Decay 3, tweeted out, it's showing great. Why didn't you show it at the show? They didn't say anything about their first party. And then the little bit of first party that they showed didn't show that well. So it's got to be super frustrating that you go in there with those expectations and you're in the know. They give you the access. They give you he signs your jacket. He signs your ass. He gives you the tramp stamp of the back. He's signing back the lower backs of everybody over there in LA. And then you come back and it's like, oh, I came back. I got this tramp stamp that said Phil Spencer owns my booty. Like, that's what you're walking back with. Like, what the hell? Like, where's the games? You people flew out to LA. They thought and what's crazy, they thought they had something. They thought they had a Final Fantasy announcement. They thought they had a banjo. They thought they had a Marcus Phoenix collection. They thought they had this stuff. They flew all the way to LA. Woo, Phil, give me your jersey, sign right here, right across, no regrets. And they show that shit-ass show, and they get back on the plane. Go promote my ass. Say Xbox is the best, you bleed green. Get out of here. Do you imagine flying to LA, sitting in a studio, and seeing that show? Would you believe that stuff? I was in shock that Jeff Keighley sold IMAX tickets for his trash-ass show. IMAX. What the fuck did he show on that show that needed to be seen in IMAX?
But Jeff Keighley's problem, Jez, is that he is playing the PR game. Okay?
Of course. Come to IMAX.
He is trying to straddle the line without upsetting Microsoft, without upsetting Sony, without upsetting any of these big publishers. And that's why, his show was trash / mediocre. That's why you had It Takes Two win Game of the Year last year. You know what I'm saying? And that's not saying that It Takes Two isn't a great game. It ain't Game of the Year.
But it's not of the
no, but it's a game that everyone can play, and that's why they gave it Game of the Year.
Yeah, it was one of those weird.
There's this backlash against exclusive games now.
I got a next topic for you guys. Here's this one. Ready? The sales. Oh my God, this is another thing that I just scratch my head on Twitter, going when people just like, Xbox is killing it in sales. They're beating PlayStation. I'm just like, oh my God. Like, you guys you're building the house made of straw. And and what people, I heard this today. Oh, I think, I don't know why I walked into a space. I don't know why. But they're like, if Xbox is selling like this now with no games, imagine when they have games. And it's like, oh my. And what I wanted to propose here on everybody is look for the Americas, right? You see, we know supply constraints. But what I want to highlight is, first off, look at the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One sales. The PlayStation 4 is at 5,900. All right, and this is from VG charts, which I never would talk about VG charts, but since Aaron Greenberg thought to quote them, I'm using them. Look at the Xbox One. So there's almost 6,000 PS4s sold and 426 Xbox Ones. And look at the Xbox One compared to all the places. In Asia, 8 of them were sold at 214 PS4s. There were 5 of them sold in Oceania. The whole country of Australia and New Zealand sold 5 Xboxes. But look at the PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4 sales are remaining strong. So I'm looking at this and I go, you know what's happening? They are just getting people to upgrade. Xbox One people, you're not going buying an Xbox One. You're going to go buy an S. And that's what you see. I think if you compare the Series X's to PlayStation 5s, I think it's like a 3-to-1. I think so. And that's with constraints. That's with stock there. I think if you look at the X's, I think the X's to PlayStation 5s are like 3-to-1. I think Booster is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Boost the sales. I think that's exactly what it's doing. Like, it's basically fluffing those numbers up. It's getting the people that would buy an Xbox One, they're upgrading. But look at the PS4. Like, the PS4 is selling still well. Like, people are probably buying PS4s with the anticipation of probably getting a PS5. The Xbox One is dead. If you want an Xbox, you get a Series S or X because the One is just gone. So are they really and with no games that people want to play, are they really bringing in new fans? Like, are they really bringing people from Switch, from PlayStation? Like, people are talking about this sale thing as if it was like the PS4 and the Xbox One, like the flip. Like, oh my God, people, Xbox turned it around. They haven't had a launch. They didn't have a launch lineup. They're going now. This is the second year in 3 years that they don't have a holiday. They don't have a big game from them. Like, I just don't understand how people think that Xbox is really selling because of something that Phil did or what they did. I just think that it's just people just moving, like just upgrading. And my prediction is that Xbox, what's going to happen is going to level off. And PlayStation 5, once it gets stock, is just going to skyrocket. And I think we're seeing like an early kind of level, like it's going to plateau. I think Xbox is just going to plateau because all they're doing is just moving people from whatever's left of Xbox One to the Xbox Series consoles. And I really think they're just moving them up because nobody's really buying Xbox Ones. It's not like that's this strong kind of backlog.
Microsoft is not manufacturing the Xbox One anymore.
Oh, that could be another reason why it's not around.
They're not making anymore. So, I think they said a while back that they were done with that. So
yeah, I just think it's pretty interesting that the Xbox One really is not really like selling like the previous generation. Usually, it stays around while the next generation goes. But like just to see the difference between a PS4 and an Xbox One sales, like they're not even close. It's not even like people are moving on to next gen. But then you see the Xbox consoles, the new ones selling. Like, it just seems that people are... Xbox is the market leader.
Yeah.
It'll be the market leader. It's just interesting, though. It's like, people think that this is the revelation. But if it is, then, it will be interesting to see when you look at MPDs, where is these attachments, right? If you're buying Xboxes, you're selling. You're the market leader. Shouldn't your games be in the top, like 3 or anything like that? Why do we still see Miles Morales in there? And when sales increase for PlayStation, you see PlayStation exclusives jump up on the MPD charts. That shows the attachment rate. It's showing that people are buying a console and buying games. Right? And then if you say, oh, well, Game Pass. People just buying a console, but they're not buying games because of Game Pass. Then you got to go, well, I guess Game Pass is not yielding sales of games, like, because like you would think if there's this huge increase of Xbox games, of Xbox consoles, and they're buying as huge subscribers of Game Pass, wouldn't that lead to more game sales per Phil Spencer? They just like they don't have any games in the charts like for that, except for Minecraft and stuff, I guess, right? Like the story just doesn't make sense. The numbers don't line up. When you see MPDs. When Sony has a stock increase, right? What goes up? Miles Morales, Horizon. Like, their exclusive games go up because people are buying the console with the games. So,
what do those worldwide numbers look like, though? That's what I want to know. Like,
dude, the PlayStation 5 worldwide right now is at 20, according to VG charts again, 20 million 20 million, and then Xbox Series consoles are at 15 million.
Okay.
And PlayStation 4 is at 116,000, almost 117,000, and then Xbox is at 50,000 apparently. So, like I know the series. Like I think honestly, the Series S console definitely was like it hit, and with COVID and restrictions and stuff, like it hit. Like I'm not saying that it hit fire, but it was definitely propelled because of the situation of the globe. And I think that because I think a lot more people going into this were more hyped out about the Series X, and it just seems that everybody's kind of saying, well, the Series S is doing well, and again, I still don't understand the logic, because the people that were promoting the 12 teraflops, the most powerful machine now, are celebrating a Series S running Forza apparently at 1080p, 60 frames a second, not 1440p, and championing the lower resolution, weaker box, which they were mocked for with the Xbox One. That's why this stuff don't make sense. You spent years talking about Project Scarlet and power of the console, only to champion that your sales are being boosted by the weaker console.
And another thing is, and this is maybe a tinfoil hat moment, is maybe a lot of these first party games that are supposed to, tout Xbox's power, the reason they're being delayed is so they can figure out what's going to happen when these games hit that Series S, especially if they have 10 million of them out there. There's going to be a whole lot of pissed off people when Starfield hit that Series S, and that shit goes into nuclear meltdown.
It's going to be pretty bad.
It is. Like, I don't know how that thing is going to run. I don't know how that thing is going to run here. Like, I can
promise you, Forza Motorsport damn sure ain't gonna run 4K ray tracing at 60.
No, see, so like, getting into Forza, talking about the smoke and mirrors here, but like, here's the and here's the query that just came out. Here's another breakdown. Shout out to Zubitech. It said the query is number 7. The split sales. Again, this is UAK box shots, but I saw people a few months ago when Xbox sold a lot in the UK. People use these numbers when they want to use these numbers, but the motif that's been going on is that the PS5 has been outselling astronomically software over the Xbox. Like, the ratios are insane. Like, where it's 47% to 13%, 77% if you count all of Xbox versus 77 to 13% or something like that. Dude, I just like the I don't know what's going on over there, but the thing is that you would like to see some representative software for Xbox to kind of go along with the increase in hardware sales. So if you see the Xbox is leading, you would want to be like, well, what games are people buying with the Xbox? Because I know they always made a big deal about attachment rate. And attachment ratio, and really all these people Game Pass subscribers. So does that mean that Game Pass numbers are through the roof? Like, where's Phil's announcement that they hit over 25 million and they're at 35 and 40 million? I don't know, but
were games like the Quarry on Game Pass?
No, that's another game that should be there. That if you're serious about Game Pass, if Microsoft was serious about Game Pass, dude, those are the games that they need in there. Like, that's the stuff that they should be getting to raise eyebrows, to get people in there. They're not.
You got to agree the publisher got to agree to put their game in that service.
Yeah.
So okay. So what was that? Say that stat again. The attach rate again.
Well, the attach rate is sort of like, so when you buy a console.
No, I know what it is. What I'm saying is, so if what game was 77% to 14%?
The Quarry is 77%. It was 47% on PlayStation 5 and 13% on Xbox. The split. Gran Turismo's at number 9 and Horizon's at 1.
So we'll just use the numbers that we have, right?
That's all we have,
13% on, and let's just say everybody on Xbox bought the Quarry. 13% of you went 15 million. Jesus Christ! Come on, man.
I don't know,
man. that's the monkeying of numbers right there. That kind of pisses me
this
off.
Is all we have,
you know what I mean?
dude. Like this is all we have because Microsoft. Trust me, Microsoft. If the numbers were good, they would share them. And people go, well, they don't share the numbers. Well, you know what? That's how you know 25 million. That's how you know that because they're sharing the numbers they want to share. And all they share now is percentages. But when their numbers are decent, then they'll share their numbers. And the numbers are not decent. Like the Game Pass is not growing as quickly as they want it to, and they're not being that aggressive with Game Pass. And the games that they showed at this showcase to say what's coming in Game Pass, nothing really in there is gonna be like their first party is gonna be the stuff that people are gonna sign up for, and they gotta have their first party coming out, and it has to look good, not just because it's first party. It has to look good to do it. But I do think that the S was a great move by them, but I think when you look at the real numbers and stuff like that, I really think that, celebrating the weaker console, kind of fluffing up the numbers is really not, it makes no sense because all I heard about was the power and the 12 teraflops, and now you're celebrating 1080p, 1400p, and I don't get it. It makes no friggin' sense to me how the most powerful console is not being celebrated, the Series X. So I just don't get
scary numbers right there, man. Them are scary numbers. Like, what are the Xbox guys playing then?
This is what they're celebrating right here. They're telling you right now, dude, Forza Motorsport. How does Forza Motorsport perform on the Xbox Series consoles? Here it is. Forza Motorsport runs at 4K 60 frames. It doesn't say native 4K. It's just saying 4K 60 on Xbox Series X and 1080p 60 on a Series S. The 1080p console. That's what that's I can't believe they can't get 1440p 60 frames at all on with Forza. Forza usually is the only, and this is what I'm going to say too. If you know your history, Forza is like the only game that actually hits the spec of what they expected for the console. Like with the Xbox One, Forza was like the only game that was 1080p 60. Everything that came out was 900p, so all that other stuff. Like Forza was the only 1080p 60 game. When the One X came out, Forza was like the only 4K 60 game that was achievable. Nothing else really came out of 4K 60. So Forza Tech is like the only optimized basically engine that they have from their first party. And the fact that I thought this would be running 1440p 60, and no mention of ray tracing, and they say in-game ray tracing and all this other stuff. That's what we're gonna get into now. Which
wait, you said you thought this was gonna be running at 1440p 60?
That's what they advertised the box at, right? The Series
games
S
on that system run at 1440p 60.
I would think if any game is going to do it, Frog, it would be Forza.
I would think no.
It was the only game that ran 1080p 60 on the One X, on the Xbox One.
Well, here we go. I would think that looking at the games that have come out for the series consoles, and when you look at the S, most of the games don't run at 1440p and 60, or barely that. So, for that platform, the expectation for most stuff to run on there is going to be 1080p, maybe 60. That's what I see.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, and that's if you're lucky. So 1080p 60 is where I think it is. And that's not shitting on the console. It is what it is. They made a weak console because they wanted to underprice it. It is what it is. That we all can sit here and tell you that the Xbox One X was a better console in a lot of ways. Outside of, maybe some things with the Series S, it was better. But, I don't know. I digress. Some people just will tell you that, no, the S is the better console. I'm like, if the S can run it, that means that Xbox One X could run it. And they barely use what was in that Xbox One X to me.
You're right.
Yeah. It was that was a waste of a console build.
Well, it only lasted 3 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Well, let me see what they say. Let's see. Look at that website. Let's see what they. Oh my god, that story.
And I heard you ask a question earlier. I wasn't here. Of what I thought was the best and worst game of the shows.
Oh yeah, what was the best and worst? Yeah.
If I had said just all the shows I watched, I would say like one of the best games from what I watched. I would say I'm really interested in playing the next Rebirth of Final Fantasy VII, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Resident Evil 4 remake, which is I don't know. I'm kind of iffy with remakes, but I would say as of right now, when I'm playing, that Ninja Turtle Shredder is freaking awesome. And there's a couple of games that are coming out. Hopefully, they're good. But as far as the worst, out of all the shows, I think probably I don't know. It was just it. I think the whole week, for the most part, they weren't really good. Like Capcom, they didn't. I don't think anybody had like a runaway like, oh my god, this is an amazing show. But games, did they show Scorn? I could have swore they showed. Scorn.
Yeah, that was shown again. Another game that got no game, like a little ounce of gameplay.
Yeah, I think when I saw it, I was like, "Damn, what is this? This is just." There's a lot of games I saw that just didn't look good. So I don't want to just shit on Xbox because there were a lot of games that just did not look good.
You're not gonna get Pentiment?
Pentiment?
Oh hell no.
There it says right here, gaming resolution 1440p for the Series S. That's what it says. It doesn't say up to 1440p. It says video capabilities 1440p. Up to 120 frames per second. That's what it says.
You know what? Seeing is believing. And I don't believe anything that anybody over there at their divisions say. I think they're a bunch of liars in a lot of ways.
Oh, yeah. Well, we'll talk about Forza.
We'll talk about
they're
liars. Not even liars. It's the way they word and they say stuff. That's what it is. They say stuff in a slick way. Console launch exclusive. Like, really?
Oh, my God.
This is a multi-plat.
Dude.
Like,
you want to hear Satya? Here's Satya when Phil comes in the room, right? When Satya has Phil in the office, and he goes, hey, Phil, I want to know how this is what he's doing. Phil, so what do you do here? And Phil, and this is how Satya talks to Phil.
Toy back, bring the toy back to the carpet. Bring it back to the carpet.
Take your toy back to the carpet.
Take your toy back to the carpet. Take it back!
How's our toy doing, Phil? How's the toy doing? He goes, it's a console. It's an entertainment console. How's the toy doing? Satya has no clue what the hell an Xbox is. Dude, he has no goddamn clue what an Xbox is. And also, I'm going to tell you right here, this thing is blown up here. I'm gonna talk about the thing here with this. First off, before we get into the smoke and mirror thing, I do want to ask one question.
Mm-hmm.
Where is God of War? We need a palate cleanse. I always do the palate cleanse. Where is God of War? We're coming near to the end of June. Where is this showcase? Now, supposedly there's a hardware showcase next week. He calls it a Nintendo. That's right, Josh. He goes, where's my Nintendo toy? Take it back. Take it back with my Nintendo. Where's my Nintendo? He calls it Nintendo like your mom does. He calls everything a Nintendo. Go play your Nintendo. Mom, it's a Dreamcast. Go get your Nintendo. But, where is this God of War here? There's going to be some headphone showcase next week. Is Sony going to announce the end of this week? We have a couple more days. Are they going to announce this God of War and this release date?
If they were smart, they would.
When they're ready to do it.
When they're ready.
Yeah, and I think obviously I agree. Like, I think when it's ready to come, that's when they announce it.
Okay. So you still think it's coming this year?
I think it's coming this year.
I think so.
I think it's coming this year, but I also think that Sony, just looking at everything, if I was them, just sitting there looking at the way there's really no reason to even rush anything. Like, you can just you can put that software out.
No, it didn't get delayed. Not yet. Ragnarok is coming.
No, I think Ragnarok is coming, but I think but there's like,
when's the Thor movie come out? Frog, when's the Thor movie come out?
I don't know. The new Thor with the female?
Yeah.
With the woman?
July. It's in July, I believe.
Is it July? Oh,
it's
yeah,
in July.
It's like July 8th. End of July, to be exact.
But I think the other thing we have to ask ourselves, does Sony really need to rush?
Not after that goddamn Xbox show.
Not after the Xbox show. Why rush
Dude,
it?
not after that Xbox show, and that's the problem. Like, so if I was Sony and I was like, if that was my deciding choice, whether Starfield was coming out and Microsoft had to kill a show, Sony doesn't have to do anything. And I hope they're not using that as an indicator as to what they should do with God of War, because, and that's the thing. Like, Microsoft doesn't have the pressure on Sony. July 8th is the Thor movie. I was just wondering. I wonder if they do Ragnarok leading into Thor and kind of go, I don't know.
What I was going to say is the reason you want, and a lot of people have said this, the reason you want Microsoft show to be so well, and you want them to come out there and kick ass, is because you don't want Sony getting really not confident but cocky. You don't want the old PS2 era and the PS3. You don't want that. You don't want that PlayStation.
Oh no. But after that
show, they have different leadership. They have different leadership.
Yeah,
Microsoft went competitive last generation. So I mean, if this was going to happen, it would have started.
Okay, but but here's the thing, Link. They weren't competitive last. Do you consider them competitive this generation?
No,
I don't either. Nintendo came out and they came out with a banger, then a failure with the freaking Wii U.
Yeah.
And then they came out with another freaking thing that caught fire. And I don't think Nintendo's in any rush to release new hardware. All they got to do is just keep pumping out these old ass Nintendo 64 and GameCube games on the cartridge and charge you $60 for them, and people eat that crap up. Nintendo's kind of bad at it too, but nobody gives them shit for saying, here's freaking Mario 64, Mario Galaxy, and then a freaking Mario Sunshine on one cartridge, and it's $60. Like, what are you doing, Nintendo? And then people buy it, and then it becomes a thing that you can't find, and if you can find it, it's $150 fucking $200 brand new. So Nintendo's bad, really bad in the game too, but people give them a pass, and I don't agree they should get passes. That's why I kind of stopped buying Switch games. I was like, man, they consistently and constantly pull that nostalgia string, and as much as I don't want to support anybody or do any emulation for Nintendo, they outgrew me and wanted to play their game systems. They don't want to create anything powerful that's on par with what we're doing, and I keep getting the same damn characters. You make new characters, Nintendo.
Well, that's Nintendo, dude. But do you think God of War is going to get announced for I think I was on the prediction that they were going to have a showcase at the end of June, and they were going to have a September date. But now with The Last of Us coming out in September, what we learned, I don't know.
Ooh.
My thing now is if Last of Us taken September, I can't see them dropping God of War and Last of Us remake in September. Now that September date that I was thinking God of War would be, people are saying now November. I just don't see them dropping Call of Duty, having Call of Duty and God of War in the same month. I just can't see Sony wanting to do that.
No, that wouldn't be a good thing. But I would, if I was Sony, I would drop it right in the school months when people are going back to school. Drop it in August.
September, dude.
Yeah, I think they should drop it in August.
I thought September,
because I can't think of anything that's coming out in August.
That's in a couple of months.
I mean,
I don't know if that's enough time for them to ramp up their marketing campaign.
Yeah,
isn't for August coming out in October?
Yes.
Well,
I think it's November. I think God of War is November.
You really think?
If it's November, it wouldn't hurt. You know why? Because what's coming out in November? Call of Duty's in October, so why couldn't God of War be in November?
Let's do a grinder poll. I'm going to do a grinder poll for God of War. When does God of War come out, grinders? We got over 200 people yet. That like button. And we're going to see what the grinders say. The grinder poll.
You might be onto something. Yeah, that might be hard to get the marketing out. You're right.
Let's see.
You're right. Never
Let's
thought about
think.
that.
We're going to go August. We're going to do, let's see, September, October. Or can I do another one? Or November. If you think it's coming out next year, then don't vote. I don't know. Let's see. Ask the community. Let's think. August, September, October. See, I want to kind of, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see the October, November time frame. And then what I'm going to do is something that I don't think anybody has mentioned. A December release date. Let's go, grinders. Here's the poll. I don't know. Did I do it right? I don't even know.
It's going to sell regardless when it comes
Jeff B.
It's gonna
Gaiman
sell.
says that this game, it doesn't matter when it comes out. It could kind of come out on Christmas Eve and things like that. When will God of War come out, Grinders? When will it be released? Like,
if it wants to be in the conversation of Game of the Year, then it comes out obviously before
you're
December.
right. Then it has to come out before November.
Yeah,
I even put December in there.
There's a lot of games coming out next year that and there's competition on a small scale, but I definitely think that even as shitty as people will talk about Skyfield.
Oh shit! Skyfield. No Man's Skyrim or No Man's Starfield?
That is compared. No, dude, look.
What are you talking about?
There's so many things. What I'm gonna say is, I think that game is going to be in a run. Starfield will be in a run for Game of the Year, no matter how it comes out, because people are on that freaking poor them bandwagon instead of telling the truth. They want to give out participation trophies for bullshit instead of telling them, hey, But yeah, I do think November might be good. Isn't Callisto coming out in December?
October.
So I don't think it's coming out.
Oh, December. It comes out near near Bootleg Joel's birthday.
Because Forspoken is in October.
Yeah, Bootleg Joel's birthday. We're gonna have a big celebration for Bootleg Joel. That's his birthday.
I don't know. I still say
that's
August,
December
man.
what? December 4th. When did Halo Infinite release? That's Bootleg Joel's birthday. We're gonna have a celebration for him. Have a cake. You're gonna have a jump out of a cake. You have strippers. We're gonna have Cortana. We're gonna have Master Chief stripper because Master Cheeks. Well, he can't keep his armor on.
What if we got that? What if we got a show next month and they said that shit was coming out at the end of the month? Like,
oh my, I don't think so, dude. That'll be too short of a notice.
No, I don't think they would do that because.
No, I think August, man. I really do think
Frog's
August.
thinking August. Let's see what the grinders are saying.
Let me look at the list of games coming out.
The game
got 50 votes here. I'm waiting to see what the results are. The grinders are grinding away at the thing. Use the poll, grinders. Hit that like button. Use the goddamn poll. We're gonna find out because we're gonna get the juice now. The juice, the Phil Nash juice is loose. If you think that this was fire, this beginning talking about the best and worst, what I got for you right here. Ooh, creme de la creme right here. Creme de la creme. So hit that like button. Get ready for part dois. Let's see. November. All right, all the people say November. Let's see. Grinders. We got 51 votes. I'm going to stop it at 60 votes. So get your votes in here. And this is going to represent all of gaming right here. 60 votes. Whatever says here goes. And we should have put Bootleg Joe's birthday. But they won't ruin Bootleg Joe's birthday by coming out. Bootleg Joe has... it's his birthday because that's the name... That's when he got his name. Fernando. He was named. That's his name day. We didn't know his name. They didn't tell us until we played the game, and he was named Fernando.
I'm looking at the game list of games that are coming out between now and December, and I will say this: July, there's no big games, but we know it's not going to be July. August, Saints Row is like. Yeah, Saints Row is the biggest game coming out in August, right? September, the biggest game coming out, I would say, it's probably going to be like the Lord of the Rings Gollum that people are going to be talking about.
Oh, yeah, that comes out.
October is a very scary month because there's a lot of shit coming out. You got Overwatch 2, you got Forspoken, you got Gotham Knights, you got Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Resident Evil Reverse. There's nothing for November dated as of right now at all.
Fernando.
There's nothing dated for November. And then December, the only thing that's major is Callisto Protocol. So it could be November because there's not any games dated for November that are major. October is a really stacked month.
Wait, is it Call of Duty not coming out November? Is it coming out end of October, right?
Yeah, it's coming out October 28th.
So November's clear. Maybe they know.
November is clear.
I'm telling you guys it's going to be November.
Yep.
Yeah,
now that I just realized Call of Duty's not taking its veterans normal day, right? Like that whole, it's doing the week before,
right? Yeah, it's doing the week before.
So God of War comes out 2 weeks
maybe,
later.
You know what?
Holy crap,
maybe. And here's the thing. Maybe, and I'm just tinfoil hat.
Ragnarok.
Maybe because they got the marketing. I think Sony has the marketing, right? PlayStation has the marketing.
Yeah.
With Call of Duty, maybe.
Yep.
Sony gave them a heads up, like, hey, we got a major game coming out in November. You kind of
Frog, you just hit the nail on the head right there. You hit the grind on the head. Frog, you just said it. They have the marketing with Call of Duty. Why would Call of Duty of all years not release Veterans Day weekend?
Yeah, because God of War is coming.
Yeah, there you go.
That could be a possibility.
Shout out to Game Night.
Yeah, I mean,
123. He goes September, The Last of Us. October, Forspoken. November, God of War. And maybe a live service game. Because Jim Ness. Oh, he didn't say Jim Ness. I say Jim Ness. Because Jim says there's 2 live service games launching by March 2023. Oh, damn.
Nah, we're not getting anything this year. It'll be
I
next
don't know
year.
if there's no service game. I don't know, Game Night. But he said
we're
about
definitely-
March, January. Holy crap!
It'll be something early January time frame, maybe
Right, here it
February. But no,
is.
we're not.
Ragnarok. 11/11/2022. Ragnarok is coming.
Dude, you imagine they think that for Ragnarok 11/11/22? Holy crap!
Today's 11/1. Is it on? Oh, it's on Friday. It could be. That could be a good one.
Friday.
That
All right,
could be
we ended the poll. Let's see what the grinders say. October to November, 72% of the Grindhouse says October, November, God of War coming out. 16% of the Grindhouse says December, because December is the new November. And then September, 8%, and August, 3%. So they think August is Madden month. Shout out to the Grindhouse. The Grindhouse votes October, November.
Is it November? Or you didn't put November in there?
I didn't put I put October/November, which is probably a better window. So I kind of I finessed I did some grinds nest to the poll actually. So I persuade everybody to vote in this one. But anyway, the Grindhouse has spoken. 11/11/22 Ragnarok is coming, dude. If oh my god, that's why Starfield got
still
out
could
there.
be August 9th.
Do it, Jim Ness. Jim Ness is gonna do it. He's gonna go.
Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
I think that's what happened. Like, they got wind that God of War is going to release on 11/11. Phil flew out to Bethesda. He went out, took them out to dinner, and goes, "Move this shit. Move it."
Yeah, because that's when Call of Duty usually comes out, like the 10th of November.
The Grindhouse has spoken. Yeah, Call of Duty.
Okay.
It's so weird because you're right. Like, Call of Duty always comes out November. Like always November 10th, the November 7th, November 4th. Like, Call of Duty never released. Especially this is the last one. End of Modern Warfare.
Yep.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just incredible how that is going to
coming out in November. There's no major game release in November, so that actually would make sense. Link might be on. Yeah.
They might
It's good for November.
Coming. And then,
it's really
if it comes out early in November, it will make Game of the Year thing, right? Or
Honestly, I think. Go ahead.
That Twisted Sync was reading my mind. That's why he's a VIP grinder. He says right here at the 2, he goes, Game Awards cutoff date is 11/18/22. Twisted, thank you. That was the question I was going to ask.
You're my number
Yo,
one
the grinders,
That makes
man.
sense.
You guys are awesome. That was exactly the question I was going to ask, and he answered it. Thank you.
That makes sense.
There you go.
What were you gonna say, Link?
11/18. Holy crap! But it's not going to win.
No, I was just saying. I believe the game is probably done. They're just polishing it up, and
just like they're polishing stuff.
yeah. No, that's not done.
No, that's
Can't
not
polish
done.
it.
That thing needs to get back into the oven and put it on overdrive, dude. Shout out to everybody. Hit that like button. Let's go. We got so now we're going into the smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors.
A few moments later.
So after what was shown on Sunday, then we had the Fallout. Then we had the Phil Ness. And now don't pay attention to the Xbox behind the curtain, the green curtain. This is what I don't understand. I don't understand this whole. First off, let's go into like the reaction, because some people automatically, as soon as they saw Forza, well, compared to the Gran Turismo, you knew this was coming, and Forza comes out, ray tracing this and ray tracing that, and and talking about on tracks, and we're in global illuminations, and Digital Foundry comes out and is like, hold the phone, we are not going to get Phil Nest. And Digital Foundry comes out with their piece, and hear what he has to say.
Of what was happening in regards to like what
this
was
is the
being
thing that went all over the internet,
and the transparency about graphics, the transparency about platforms, and like very specifically the Microsoft E3, not E3 showcase, where like with Forza, like initially, like it sounds like this could be Xbox Series X, and like in the presentation themselves, as they show this really cool demo that we just saw, this 5-minute long demo, they even like expressly call out Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S, and you think like, oh, they're showing off that, like that's why you would call those things out. But then it's like actually running on PC, and then you know, they have this other trailer that comes out alongside it that they don't show off on the stage there, but you watch it and you look at it, and I was telling, you know, you guys on Slack, like, oh, this looks quite a bit better than the other trailer, and some, like, there's actually some like reasons why it looks better. And then after the fact, they come out again and say, okay, that's running in the replay mode of the game, and like that has ray trace GI, which is something I'd usually get really excited about, but here, due to the lack of transparency, I'm actually a little bit soured on like this, because I think when you show games off, you should really show the game off as the game itself, running, you know, as you expect it to look on launch day, to a degree. And it's old hat in video games to just show off CG trailers, to show off things that are not what the game will actually look like. But I think as an industry, we have to like really get past that. It's kind of dishonest. It's just dishonest.
It's filmness.
It doesn't hype me at all for a game to see stuff that isn't what the game actually looks like. Actually, it just disappoints me. So I hope Microsoft very specifically gets better at that. I wish Forza Horizon and Motorsport were shown off in a way that was more transparent as to what we should expect for in-game graphics.
Okay, yeah, there's some additional context we need to add there, which is that there's actually 3 trailers that we're talking about here. There's two Forza Motorsports, and the in-game trailer was in-game, but it was in-game on PC. Then we had the secondary trailer. I can't remember if that had in-game.
It says in-game 4K. In-game at 4K
on the sizzle
reel thing. Yeah,
right. Okay, so that is in-game, but it's the replay view.
Yeah,
and it's 60 FPS, right?
It's like straight 4K, perfect anti-aliasing. It looks quite a bit better than the demo, actually. Yeah,
as you'd expect, if it's in replay mode, right? But it's also running at 60 frames per second, which I can't believe is going to be the case on Series X. Yeah, there's that, and then there's the third trailer, which was the Hot Wheels, Forza Horizon 5 Hot Wheels, which is, you know, we know it's going to be awesome because Forza Horizon 5 is awesome, and the Hot Wheels on FH3 was awesome, but we were seeing the ray tracing feature set from Forza Motorsport, which isn't out in this trailer. It was ray trace reflections on the vehicles in game, and it was reflections of the other vehicles, right? So, which you know, I did.
Whoa, they got me. Film this, man. I showed you all the smoke and mirrors, man. People call me out, man. I was signing autographs. I was signing tramp stamps. You want my signature on your ass? Oh yeah. Second favorite booty. Oh yeah. Oh, I filmed this, everybody. I brought everybody out to LA. I signed on their lower back. I gave them all the tramp stamps that they wanted. They hugged me. They took pictures with my booty. Oh yeah, and then I gave them a little sip of that film this. I gave them a little bit of film this. I was like, here you go. Here's a drink. Look at that bullshit I just showed on that screen. Ray tracing, 12 teraflops, Hovis. Here's Hovis. I'll bring him out here. Hovis, get out here. Tell him what you did. This is Hovis. Hey, what's up, Hovis? How you doing? Oh man, I always ship out my Xbox fans, give them that little bit of filmness, a little dose, maybe a little sip here and there, take you to that rooftop party, take you to the back stall, and then I send you out on your way, back to the internet, to spread my word of filmness. Don't mind the man behind the curtain. Don't ask me about my business. Don't ask me about my games, because I'm filmness. Filmness.
Yo, man, he wined and dined all those people, and he showed you some bootleg bullshit ray tracing. So, let's see what the hell they're talking. They're talking a whole lot of mumbo jumbo. Mr. Ray Charles ray tracing, whatever the fuck they're talking about. But here we got in the videos. This is what we're talking about here. So apparently there are all these trailers. Okay, all these we got the in-games or road this and that and all this other shit. This is what's going on.
And more. All these surfaces here
Here
either
they
have
go.
pure mirror-like reflections
They're
or
back
no
to Pony
reflections at
Foundry
all.
anyway. Apparently they're Pony Foundry back. Phil's checked it and it bounced. It didn't go through.
Reflections for brushed
Here are the
metals
reflections.
are very mirror-like. Take a look at this brake rotor in the car wheel here. There's brushed metal there, I think, but it has a very coherent mirror-like reflection to it. You can really see those reflections of the spokes very clearly. Usually you might expect a surface
See
like
the
this one would have a
reflections.
softer reflection of those spokes. Now here's
All
where I
right.
get back to that other 1 minute long trailer.
Here's the 1 minute
Curiously,
trailer.
If you go to that trailer and not the gameplay demo, and you look at similar detail, you can see that the brake rotor in this car here has a very different look. The metal there has soft reflections of the wheel spokes. They're not sharp and mirror-like. In fact, that 1 minute trailer has a lot of diffuse reflections in it in comparison to the 5 minute demo. I mean, just look at all the soft diffuse reflections
Oh
here
my
on
God,
this car
horrible.
engine. Is that 1 minute
Phil
long trailer
Ness.
running at different and perhaps higher quality settings for the ray tracing than the
Look at
5
this
minute long
trash.
demo? Actually, let me pause the video here for a moment for a rare moment of off-the-cuff DF commentary.
Uh-oh.
I had already
They're doing
finished
the grinds
this
my
video.
gears.
It was
They must watch
uploaded to
the
the channel
show.
and ready to be published. And it was containing this question in it. Does the 1 minute long trailer have better ray tracing settings than the 5 minute long demo? And then out of the blue, Turn 10 actually announced in a stream that this 1 minute long trailer does indeed have better ray tracing quality than the 5 minute long demo. Specifically, they mentioned that replays, garage, photo mode, and more have ray traced global illumination, and I would imagine they also probably have better ray traced reflections in them. And that this 1 minute trailer is made up of shots with those replay mode graphics. That really explains a lot of the shots here, and specifically.
And before I just go, this is what they're talking about in all in-game footage. That's what they're saying, and what they're trying to say, and they'll say here, is that the in-game footage, their people are saying that is the replay, and it's like, well, that's not gameplay, that's the replay. Anyway.
Like this one, where the garage door opening shows really obvious bounce lighting and lighting quality that is far in excess of the 5 minute long gameplay demo. This is neat stuff, and I would usually be excited about this inclusion of new technology, but with the reveal of this information, it leads to the awkward situation where the 1 minute trailer, which is presented at 4K and 60 FPS with no image quality faults almost, is tagged as in-game 4K in the bottom corner. In my opinion, in-game is generally understood as meaning in-game play, and not just something that is viewable when the game is booted up. A replay is not the game, and presenting it as such is not very straightforward to the viewer, so I'm soured there, honestly. And lastly, hearing this news is awesome from a technology perspective, but now I'm also kind of worried about the PC version based upon this statement. They mention RT Global Illumination is limited to replays, photo mode, etc., and is not on track like the ray trace reflections will be. But honestly, there's no reason to limit RTGI to photo mode and replays on PC. PC is an infinitely scaling platform into the future. Next-gen GPUs are just around the corner even. So let's hope that there's a way to force RTGI on track as an option on PC. Okay, enough of this out-of-character commentary, and now back to your regular Digital Foundry programming. Okay, so enough about how they got this running with ray tracing, and let's talk a bit more about some of the cool non-ray tracing things that have been added to Forza Motorsport here.
Yeah. I know, right, Sergeant? They all hate him. Like the thing is, what really gets me on this whole thing is we did not get a gameplay demo. Where was somebody, even after the show? If you don't want to do it on Sunday, this goes to my whole grinds on this whole Xbox showcase. One time to ask Phil about his business, the goddamn bot father.
I'll give you one time to ask me about my business, my gaming business. Do you have any games? God damn it, no. Yes, I do. Like, it's you ask them one time a year to show me goddamn gameplay, and they finesse the bullshit over here with replay footage, in-game footage, in-engine, in Phil's ass, all this bull. Where is a dude playing the game? Phil will tweet Digital Foundry. We heard you. That's right, Dave Rock. We saw you. We heard you. But I don't understand why they did not show gameplay. Where is the person holding the controller doing a race? Where is the person holding the controller doing a mission in Redfall? Where's the person holding the controller doing a mission in Starfield? Just have somebody play the game. And what's the unfortunate thing with Forza is that it's a good-looking game. But guess what? Here's the list of Forza stuff. We're talking ray tracing, on track, off track, back stamp, tramp stamps, world premiere, all crap. How many cars? There comes the grindhouse questions. How many cars? How many tracks? What new features you going to have? Are you going to have new libraries, new ways of sharing? Are you going to have the auction store? Are you going to have off-roading? Are you going to have F1? Are you going to have motorcycles? Are you going to have other types of environmental hazards? Are you going to, I want to know about the game. And all those grindhouse questions, they didn't answer any of it. Oh, we're 4K 60, ray tracing. Why are you starting off with the bullshit? Why are you starting off with reflections? Why? Why don't you talk about the microtransactions? All right, Twisted Sync. Auction. Why don't you talk about the game? Instead, you're showing in-game footage. This is in-engine. Look at Halo in-engine. Do we need... Grinders, do I need to show you in-engine Halo Infinite? Do we need to go back that far and look at Halo Infinite? Do we? To show you in-engine? Do we need to go back? I really don't. I don't know if my voice chops are ready for Halo Reveal, Halo Infinite. I don't know if we're ready for this. I don't know if we're ready for the in-engine reveal of Halo. In-engine this, in-engine that. It's like I don't know. I don't know if we're ready for this. I don't know. I just don't know if we look about what's real in-engine. Where is it? Halo Infinite reveal. Where was it?
Nothing wrong with showing an engine stuff.
Slipspace.
But when you make statements, in-game in-game ray tracing, what I thought to myself was like, oh, they're going to be able to pull ray tracing off while you're driving on it. This might not run at 60. I thought that when they said, oh, in-game ray tracing, they just meant replays. Just like Gran Turismo.
What they showed in game. That's what he's saying. He's saying that that's wrong. Yeah. Like in game means on track, and then they said there's ray tracing on track, and it's like
we'll just have to see when it comes out. I mean, does that really make the game a different game? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to.
It doesn't, Frog, and that's the whole stupid thing. It's like, why are they focusing on the stupid shit? Like. Why are you leading with the ray tracing foot, and now this whole like showing off PC footage, saying it's similar to Xbox, running on an Xbox? Like, why are you even leading with that kind of fakery? And if you're confident in your game, just show the goddamn game. Emphasize the feature set. What people are gonna play. I can't wait to find out how many cars are gonna be in the game. And are they going to launch this with like 50 cars and saying more coming across? Because nobody's questioning, why is it called Forza Motorsport and not 8 and not 9? Is this Forza Infinite? Is that what this is? Forza Infinite, the cars will come? We're targeting Season 2 for a set of cars? Are we going to have 50 cars on launch day with 10 tracks? Ray tracing my ass. I don't care about ray tracing when there's 50 cars.
Like, that's the problem that nobody's talking about the game. What is the game like? How many cars? How many tracks? Where are you going to go? Is it off-roading? Is there motorcycles? Are there, like the stuff that we care about? This whole ray tracing this and ray tracing that. I don't know why Microsoft decided to emphasize this in the press briefing and have stupid Forza interviewing.
They're trying to get one up. This game is competing directly with Gran Turismo.
And that's exactly what the mistake that they're doing. Because they don't have ray tracing on track. It's only in the replay. And they're trying to say we have it on track. As to what extent, we don't know. We've seen ray tracing, the word ray tracing as a plug-in word to be like, oh, well, ray trace shadows and ray trace this and stuff like that. Like ray traced audio and all this other crap. Like, to what extent is the ray tracing? Is it high quality ray tracing? Is it everything look super reflective, or does it look realistic? Is there this global illumination ray tracing versus this ray tracing? Like, there's no doubt that Forza is gonna look great, but why don't you talk about your game? Why are you stepping on the ray tracing toes to compare to Gran Turismo that's already out? And I'm sure that's going to get some sort of update to get more cars. They already said more cars are coming. And what does your game look like? Why is it called Forza Motorsport? Like, why? And you see, like, this is the, here, in-engine. Look, game engine demonstration. This is what Microsoft's been doing. Smoke and mirrors, dude. But all we need is Elton John. That's all we needed. From the day we arrived on the planet. Like, that's all I need in this video. There's not one animal. The goddamn Halo rat is what you got. Look at what they had here. The animals that you're going to see on Halo with the engine. Look, the herds of buffalo. Look at this. Tell me where this animal is on the ring of Halo. Him and yada, him and yum and yada. Him and yada, him and yum and yada. Him and, like, what the hell is this horse shit? In engine. Oh, look, they go underwater. If you're Master Chief and jump in that water, you die. You can't even swim. Why are you showing me shit in the underwater? I thought you die if you fall in the water. You throw a grenade, you're lucky it has ripples. This in-engine demonstration, they've been doing this for the last 5 years. Oh, there he is. Oh, it's the circle of life, and it moves a soul. This is horse shit. Yeah. I want to see somebody friggin'. I need to take this video and overlay the fucking Halo rack running around on the goddamn thing with the rhinos and bootleg Joel in the back handing out goddamn bullshit. This is an in-game demonstration. My ass. In-engine demonstration of Shitspace. There it is. From the day we arrived on the planet, it is sitting in the sun. They've been pulling this bullshit all along. This is what they're talking about. It's right, game night. 1, 2, 3. He goes, just watch the initial reveal of the Gran Turismo 7 trailer, and yeah, that's how you do a trailer. You know what? That's a good... Shout out to Game Night. 3 minutes as all gameplay.
You're my number one customer.
Game Night, that is an excellent example of what I'm trying to say. And we're going to do that. Let's show how Sony showed Gran Turismo 7. Turismo 7, PS5. Let's see what Sony did. Let's see. The showcase. I'm probably going to do this here. Is this it? Here it is. I'm not going to do it because they probably got some music there. Shout out Bare Knuckles. Thank you for the 10. Thank you. Whoa, what is this? What is this? Look at it. Mix of gameplay and in-game cinematics captured on a PS5 system. Man. Is that clear? That's crystal clear. Shout out to Malibu's Most Wanted. Now let's see. Gran Turismo 7. Look at this. I'm not even showing it. Goddamn. That's how winded I am. Here we go. There it is. Gran Turismo. In-game cinematics. It said it right here. Here it is. Mix of gameplay and in-game cinematics captured on a PS5. Heaven forbid they capture anything on the 12 teraflop machine that eats monsters for breakfast and bitches for brunch. Heaven forbid they capture anything on that series. The capturing sucks on the Xbox, so probably that's why they don't even do it. Here's Gran Turismo 7. Caption on a PS5. Yeah. And watch how the game... So now they're showing you the different terrains that you're going to be going on. Here's a photo mode. Okay, here's a photo mode. And then they show the cockpit mode. Like, all just gameplay. Oh, you're talking about the 2020 trailer. Oh, you're not even doing 2021. You're talking about 2020 trailer. All right, we'll go 2020. Here it is. Here you go, game night. Shout out to game night. Here we go. The reveal. Let's see. Hit that like button, everybody. Get ready. But it's so unfortunate. They just don't know how to sell their games. No, I did the 2020 trailer. Zoom into the car. Is this the one? Yeah, no Circle of Life. The system. Oh yeah, with the clouds and stuff, with the lighting. I just don't. And then watch. Oh, look! The menu screen. Wow. Oh, look. Select a car in the garage. Now, look at this. 3 minutes of this. Oh, look. Change your car. Here's your car. Let's fast forward this a little bit. Upgrade your car. Now let's go over to a race. Here are the different tracks. Choose your track. And now we're in the game. Wow, is it so difficult? Is it that challenging just to play the goddamn game? I don't see no stupid ass head in the corner telling, we got on ray tracing and track ray tracing and all of this and technology. We scanned engines and all that. Show us the game. Why is it so hard?
Enough from me. We're going to have the games do our talking.
Just show the game. Why is it such a challenge? Why does it have to be sizzle reels? Why does it have to be smoke and mirrors, Xbox? Why? You don't have a lot of shows. You got one stupid ass show, and you even have a post-show extended where you use that time to talk about the games instead of having somebody play the games. You really that incompetent? Are these games really not ready? Are they really? Imagine if Microsoft just showed the menu screen. Let's get in a race. Let me show you. Here, let me pause the screen and show you. Look, 3 minutes. They had Pete Hines talking about updates to Fallout 76 for fucking 4 minutes. 3 minutes. I didn't even need to have anybody talking over that. You got to see the game. Done. Why is it so hard for Microsoft to demonstrate a friggin' game? Why? Now let's see. What is that? Forza Motorsport. Right? Nine days ago. and the sizzle reel that they showed on the thing has different ray tracing. See, this is what they're talking about. They're talking about the official gameplay demo versus the that trailer. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard. Just show us the friggin' game. Just show us the game, dude. And why is it talking about ray tracing? Why? What do they have to say? Let me see. Why isn't that showing cockpit? That's so weird. Like, even
and
this
state-of-the-art immersion. Built from the ground up to showcase the Xbox Series X and S consoles, including techniques like real-time ray tracing on track. This is the most technically advanced racing game ever made.
Today, we're excited to show you the all-new Forza Motorsport.
This is that
Welcome
demo
to Maple Valley. This track has been a fan favorite since the original Motorsport launched back in 2005.
And they're saying the quality of this is less than that 1
For the
minute trailer
first
that they
time in
showed.
Forza Motorsport, fully dynamic time of day brings Maple Valley to life
Now, is
in
this
stunning
on
detail.
an Xbox?
What you are seeing is an in-engine gameplay demo presented using a single camera.
Whoa. What did he just say?
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy
Oh, no.
Spirit,
Oh, no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
What did he just say?
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody.
Do I have to clip it? What did he just say?
Engine gameplay demo.
What?
Brings Maple Valley to life in stunning detail. What you are seeing is an in-engine gameplay demo.
What?
You blew my cover! You blew my cover!
You shitting me? I'm not shitting on you. You shitting me? I'm not shitting on you.
I'm honest. And they didn't like that. That's how I genuinely feel. I've not even...
You shitting me? I'm not shitting on you.
One of the things I really love about being here is the families that are here. And we see
I got the subtitles up because I got to read this shit. For the
Fully
first
dynamic-
time, full dynamic time of day, Maple Valley 2 Life.
Day brings Maple Valley to life in stunning detail.
Now let's see the gameplay.
What you are seeing is an in-engine gameplay demo.
Why in-engine game? Did I just sing Elton John with an in-engine demo? What are you doing here?
Presented using a single camera with no cuts. Let's jump in with the M8.
So look at this. You can even see. Look at how bullshit. Look at this bullshit. This is a menu. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo. This is all.
Oh yeah, this is filmness. Ho, ho, ho. This is just some bullshit over here. Ho, 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 ho.
Dude, what? What is this bullshit? What are you doing? Just play the game. How hard is it? Look at this bullshit. You know that this is fake because watch this, ready? Watch this. Holy shit on me. Wait a second. Holy shit on me. Whoa. Let's go to 7. Let's go to 7. What is this in-engine gameplay for Forza? Wait a second. Where is it? Where the hell is... I don't want to see this year. Did they show this game? Let's see. I just gotta see. They removed the HUD. Like, watch this. This is the...
With Shannon.
This is Forza 7. This is what I mean. What is going on over there? Is there a problem with the game development? Like, Booty gotta be shitting up the place. Like, I really, like, I don't understand. We gotta get... Booty, we need some explanations over here.
Let me see you jump to get a booty. Let me see you jump to get a booty.
What is the problem?
Let me see you jump to get a booty.
Don't tell me the pandemic, please.
Let me see you jump to get a booty. Let me see you jump to get a
What's the
booty.
problem?
Let me see you jump to get a booty. Now drop.
What seems to be the problem over there? What is the issue? Look at this, right? What the hell is it? Is this it? No, wait, I gotta get... Is this it? No, that's that one. Watch this. This is just the difference. Right? Forza Motorsport E3, right? Seven.
And I'm Verena May, professional racer and stunt driver. I will be fighting to survive dynamic weather in the Nürburgring in this Nissan GTR race car.
We start with Shannon.
This is 7, right?
And a native 4K.
GTR race car.
We start with Shannon. And runs at a native 4K and a rock solid 60 frames per second. And we have the additional power to deliver shocking levels of detail. Using super high resolution assets, we've recreated the intense feel of one of the greatest driving roads in the world, the Hafit Mountain Pass.
They show cockpit view. Look,
you're my
But
number
in
one
Forza
customer.
Motorsport 7, we've reimagined the entire racing experience on all devices. Racing is more immersive and dynamic. Ominous skies roll in as car parts rattle and vibrate. We've made racing more epic and grand.
And then now look at this thing. We're using what? What did you say again? In-engine gameplay demo. In-engine.
Stunning detail. What you are seeing is an in-engine gameplay demo presented using a single camera with no
Gameplay,
cuts.
dude, it's a racing game.
Let's jump in with the M8.
That UI is not, what is that? That's UI that's put in there to make it look like a game.
We've completely overhauled the driving experience. This includes a 48 times improvement in the fidelity of our physics simulation.
This is all fake. That's a fake. This is. Look.
Let's advance time of day here and look at the world details.
In-game engine.
Everything you see is new and has been captured with photogrammetry and 3D material scans. Advanced rendering and procedural generation techniques bring a new level of realism.
Well, I guess
to
I
the
got my answer why we don't know how many cars, what gameplay, what is the menu system, what's the library. Like, tell me about the game. Like, and what's crazy is that it's all fake. In-engine on Forza? And it's supposed to come out in the spring. When are they going to show it again?
Grass, rocks, 3D vegetation.
Who cares about the vegetation? It's a car game. Show the fucking cars.
And beauty and detail. Let's advance time again. You are looking at our all-new dynamic time of day. This is a fundamental system
You
to
can
the
already
new
see the
Forza
cloud
Motorsport.
structure's nowhere near Gran
And like
Turismo.
weather, is available on every track. These new simulation details add further depth, drama,
Where are
and
the
dynamic
cars?
to the racing experience.
Why are you showing me is this an amusement park?
In addition to our dynamic time of day, Forward Plus lighting and physically based lights come together to deepen the realism and immersion.
Where are the
in
cars?
world. Changes in the time of day also change ambient temperatures, which affect track surface temps. Grip is also affected by these track temp changes, rubbering in, and of course, weather.
This is a video.
Let's head to the pits. We've added features that players have been asking for. Tire and fuel management, multiple tire compounds, and new depth in car building create the ultimate racing playset. Advanced materials and shaders, paired with ray tracing, bring out incredible detail in the gold heat wrap, anodized aluminum, and carbon fiber. Engine bays, with their complex self-reflection, is a place where ray tracing really shines. Car damage is a racing reality. In Forza Motorsport, car damage is reproduced down
this is
to
all
the
in engine.
individual
You lost me
scratches
at
on the
in
bodywork.
engine, dude. Like, where?
You
show
can
me
see
a race
here
in the game.
some of the new details in the.
I'm done. This is all fake. Until they show the game. This is all bullshit. This is all in engine. I missed that whole thing about this being in engine and stuff like that. That's some horseshit. What's wrong with... I don't understand what's wrong with them, dude. They cannot show a game for the life of themselves. That's insane. Wow. But when they do show a game,
to the final game.
they talk about Starfield, the performance is under 30 frames and all this other stuff. Redfall, like they show, like I don't understand. Dude, I just don't get them. I just don't understand how they prepared for this show, and he said he wanted to see gameplay. You know, somebody just said, the game night 1, 2, 3. He goes, didn't Phil said he was frustrated last year of a Sony having gameplay and that he wanted to fix it? What happened? Exactly, dude. What happened? They got cold feet, right, John? I have no clue. They just have this competent. But guys and girls, hit that like button because I got the juice. You know I leave the juice for the last, the Phil Ness juice. Here we go. There is a video here that had in, let's see, where is it? And you may have heard the clip already. But hear this thing. So this guy kind of went off on this whole comparison where people took that in-engine screenshot and compared it with GT7. Now, this channel is very big on... You know, and then this was the last thing with the ray tracing.
Track, and most importantly, it's real-time gameplay. Like, I really want to make that clear. When we say on track, that doesn't mean, it's only in replays or
it's
only in photo mode on track, and they're just being, they're being funny with words. We're not trying to mislead you here.
Just show the game.
When you are racing, when you are playing the game, ray tracing is on. Like, I just want to be really clear
not
about
global
that. So
illumination.
when you're playing it.
Right? Like, it's just like...
I do not want to touch his ass. I want to make him talk. Okay?
So, this is the thing. I'll tweet this out here. I wanted to get some of the things here. Where's my tweet? Where is it? I think it said today? Yeah. So I'm gonna put the link to this video in the description below, and I want people to watch this.
Well,
like this stuff is shocking, and Link, wait till you hear this thing. Frog, I think Frog got drop off, but you got to hear this guy here, this Black Panther and No Beads, and he follows, he is into cars and stuff. Listen to this stuff when we talk about what about the games, right? Listen to how it's not about the games. This is crazy how he exposed them on this thing, because he got into a thing on Twitter with these comparison shots going like, that's false, and people were coming at him. But hear what he says about his experience.
That kind of frustrates me about E3. Every time I've been to E3, I encourage.
So he got invited to E3 per Microsoft to go out there, right, and cover Forza because he's a car enthusiast, a channel that focuses on cars, right?
This type of behavior. They want this type of behavior to be.
Let me get.
I've got a lot of hate. PlayStation side. The fanboyism on both sides is people are followed by Phil, who is the Xbox kind of head guy that everyone looks up to. Actually, I just had to make sure that I'm still following Phil. Phil Spencer has now unfollowed them. Oh my god, I actually did something. So, just to be clear, Phil Spencer did follow this person and followed a bunch of the other Xbox ambassadors. This was my issue, and I've genuinely just seen that they've now unfollowed. That's good. That's literally
Phil's listening.
The reason.
Listen to this.
About E3, every time I've been to E3, Xbox, I'm not saying, again, they're the only ones to do it, but child, and I actually got to do it, but it was almost soured by the fact that they had these people here that, again, then go away and tweet PlayStation bad, or even if PlayStation...
He's talking about the ambassadors,
they'd go away and tweet Xbox bad and show images like this.
I know,
Carl,
yeah.
Lie and mislead. That's my issue. I genuinely I'm shocked that Phil unfollowed. Anyway, so I then went on to say a couple of things about my experience with Xbox. And a few of the Xbox people actually had an issue with this, the Xbox ambassador people, should not say the Xbox people. I said it's always been a disgusting culture with Xbox, only being interested if you lick the bumhole clean. Never say anything critical or you'll be forgotten. This is a thing that happened to me. And I don't want to say it was because I was critical. I do not think the reason as to why they stopped really communicating with me. I did get Forza early. I was told I was getting the code early, and I didn't until I said again, "Can you are you actually going to give me the code?" And then they did, which they actually told me off for using my knobheads code. The knobheads, my other.
I can't wait.
They said there were limited slots. That's always the best. Point number 2 is to give genuine feedback and honest opinions about what could be fixed and what's wrong. That wasn't the case for this game, and that's fine. It was to show the game early, and I was going to do just that. And I have a channel that has a following.
They gave it to them to show it early.
Specifically cars,
this is Black
and they
Panther.
gave it to a bunch of Xbox kind of fanboy accounts instead. And I was a little bit annoyed by that. But whatever, I was fine with it. There was nothing that could be done. We did get early access, and so I was thankful for it. And again, I enjoyed the game,
I'll put it in the
had
description
fun,
too.
and
This
although
video.
it's not quite what I had hoped, I do still think it's of the
There's a couple
Horizon
parts in
games
here.
2 to 5, actually the major incidents. Now, I don't drink. Okay.
This E3 thing
Invited me out for a was it a second one or the
Hear
first
this.
one again?
This
I
is
think
crazy.
It was the second E3 they invited me out for. I was hyped. I was excited. I was
They
ready
invited him out
for
to
it.
E3.
Essentially, my big issue here is that there were 2 kind of major incidents. Now, I don't drink. Okay, I do not drink. I do not like to drink. It's not my thing. And so I don't drink. They were kind of annoyed at me because I stayed in the hotel that they paid for, and I was working on some video content. Now, I am invited out to E3 to create content on the games that they invite me to play. And therefore, I was editing content to get it out as quickly as possible. That's what you do. That's what you do at E3. It's a mad rush to make sure you get the content out. If you don't do this, well, you're going to be behind, and really, who really wants to watch content a week after? Anyway, I'm not interested in drinking. They invited us down to drink and such. And I'm a very picky eater as well. If there was food, I don't know if it was involved or not. But I'm a very picky eater, and so I'll generally, literally stick to burgers, pizza, and that type of stuff. And usually, companies like this take you out to the fanciest food ever, and I genuinely don't eat anything, and I feel awkward about it. I don't enjoy that type of thing. Anyway, they got pissed off at me because I decided to stay in my hotel room and work on content for their game. That was a little bit weird. So that was the first weird thing. Second weird thing, again, this is just two main points. There are a few other things. The second weird point, I did actually go out to food with them for a few occasions, just not all of them. The second occasion is when E3 was on. Now, I kind of understand a little bit more with this one that they really wanted me to go to the conference and enjoy it and experience it and really just, that was the reason I was there, right? To me, the reason I was there was content creation. I'm there to make content on your games. I'm there for free press on your game. I don't think anyone could disagree with that. I'm there to cover your games and show them to the world, okay? I'm a racing game channel. You want me to cover your racing game? I'll do it. Let me do it in my way. I wanted and I requested, I asked very politely, would it be okay if I stayed at the hotel, okay, and recorded the event myself so I can get the content out ASAP? There was nothing for a while. They read my message and there was nothing, okay? So just in case, I got ready to go to the event because, again, I'm socially awkward. And so I got ready to make sure that I wasn't going to annoy anybody. Okay, so we did that. Okay, cool, all fine. No, they sent a message back saying, no, we would really, really want you to come. Like, you kind of, you need to come. You need to come to the showcase, basically, is what they said in the message. I can probably dig the messages up. I said, okay, like, no problem. I thought I would ask. I'm socially awkward. I'm not going to say, no, okay, no, if you want me to, I'm going to go. So I did go. And I watched the conference, and it was fun. I enjoyed the conferences. I miss E3. That E3 is so much better than these new events that they do. All brands, not just Xbox. I went, enjoyed the show. They had some capture afterwards. That was pretty cool. My plan was to instead cover it at the hotel, go over to the event afterwards to capture the game and post the gameplay as quick as I can too. Anyway, no, so instead I didn't get to cover the announcement of the game because it would have been useless me watching it live, and everyone would have seen it already, so fair enough, whatever, doesn't matter, that's passed. And so then we got to capture the actual gameplay, which it was pretty cool, but I could have done both. So that's kind of an issue I had there. But they got really weird about those incidents mostly, I think. They just kind of cut me off after that. Beforehand, just to be clear, they were sending controllers, they were sending consoles. I got the One X. They were sending basically every game they released, and they flooded me with stuff. I have about 10 Xbox controllers that I use on PC and Xbox now because, thank you. I saved a lot of money from that. But it was really, really weird. What I feel like there was one major issue, the overarching issue was that it felt very narcissistic. Everything was, look at what we're doing for you. You need to do what we say. I clearly don't. I'm honest. I'm honest about Need for Speed. The thing that people always go back on is that I play the game and I'm hyped, I'm excited, I'm enjoying it. And then later on, once I figured out the mechanics, people are like, oh, yeah, he said he's annoying because he praises the game at launch and then the game comes out. I'm learning the game as we go along. Of course, when a game first comes out, you're excited. You're ready to play. You cannot wait to play. I'm not a reviewer. I play games and drive brum brum cars.
And where's this big line right here?
The main games right now. Million. My issues with Forza is that they don't change the game. That's a big.
This guy says the same exact thing that I said with Forza. They did not change it. But people are like, it's fine.
Problem for people that are into cars because we have so few games, we should expect the series that people are praising so high to the sun. The highest rated racing game franchise as of right now changes literally nothing between games. Not even the car models. That's not good. So I call that out. Need for Speed has had plenty of issues. You should have seen me. That's how I genuinely feel. I've not even
hear this.
No PvP in Need for Speed Heat. How can you add a crossplay update and have no PvP? I'm honest. And they didn't like that. That's how I genuinely feel. I've not even read through all my tweets yet. This is
so he's on the tweet. I have the link in this thing. There you go. This is, and I'm not saying that they're the only ones that do it, but they've been kind of really aggressive with community and doing this stuff. And you wonder why they flew everybody out there, or people flew out there to LA to meet up and fan fest and all this other stuff. It's a way of deflecting and distracting, because what they really showed wasn't a lot. But they got you, they invited you, they made you feel special. You met the executives, you had access. Very few people are going to come back from that and go, you know, that was a waste. That sucked. What the hell's wrong with that? Like, it wasn't worth it. Thank you, Twisted Sync. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, because, like, yeah, it goes to everything that we see. We see all these parties and this and that, and it's just like, what about the games? When it comes to the games, it's such a challenge for Xbox, it seems to be, over the last few years of like showing games. Now, you think I'm done there. And you see, it wasn't about the games. The guy wanted to cover your game and advertise your game, but you were mad that he was not coming to the events that you set up for them. That's PR. That's the way for them to kind of see you face to face, own you, get you influenced. That's the way for them to kind of wine and dine you. Just inviting you out there, you sit there and you do what you think you're supposed to out there. No, that's not. No, you got to come out to the events. You got to come here and look Phil Spencer in the eye, and he could wine and dine you, and he could look at you right in the eye like a goddamn vampire and kind of finesse you and see, like this.
Look into my eyes. Come to my party. Drink the punch. Yes, the green punch in the corner. Drink it all. Look into my eyes. This is Philness. You love everything about me. I am the head of Xbox. Everybody loves the head of Xbox. Yes, look. Drink all the punch. Come, Greenie, make sure they drink it up. I want everybody to have double and triple shots of Philness. I can show them in-engine gameplay, and they think that it's real. Philness.
Who the hell knows what he's doing there? Look into his eyes. Look into his eyes, dude. Shower you with gifts. Exactly. Now, we're talking in-engine gameplay. Grinders, I am not done. We're at the 2.5 hour mark. I got about one more. Oh, wait. I got one more thing. Don't go. Hit that like button. I got one more thing for you. Speaking about Starfield, in-engine, all this other stuff, do you recall what was shown last year with Starfield, right? Right? Do you recall what was shown last year in Starfield? Is this the one? Yeah, this is it. Where is it? And let's see what Digital Foundry. Oh, Pony. Brrr. Brrr. Get ready. All right? Where is it?
It's both offline and in real time.
Where we got? I gotta find it. Did I have it? Because Digital Foundry brought it up. Trying to see where the hell was it. I think it was this one.
Some things about
Damn
the
it, I had it and I lost it because I was clicking around too much.
That's hard.
I was clicking around too much and I thought I had it. Where is it? It's the Digital Foundry Starfield. Watch this. Where is it? Is this
on display?
No, that's not it. Hold the phone. That's the ray tracing one, and then Digital Foundry had the one where they recapped, this thing. Where is it? The Xbox Showcase. There it is.
seemed to be the case for sure. Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing here, but that was just something I'd been thinking a lot about.
Listen, watch this.
Well, I think from my perspective, it landed exactly where I thought it would land, so to speak.
Where is it?
The state of performance in this.
For the trailer, they showed off a lot of variety there.
The trailer? But what about they showed last year?
Something I a little bit.
I think.
Damn it, I had it.
Going to be ones that are just asteroids, right? Because even if we look at our own, you just like blast them.
I lost it on you.
Exciting.
Oh man.
Well, I look forward to your.
Because Digital Foundry, compared to, they did mention last year's trailer, and if you don't remember last year's trailer, Starfield in 2020, not Stargirl, the hell. The official gameplay reveal. Remember this thing? Right?
Exploring space. So let's jump right in. This is
no,
early
this
in the
is not
game
it.
as you arrive on the mysterious moon.
No. That's not the one. Year ago. Here we go. Remember this. Remember this. Yes, the that date. Yeah. The sandwich. Alpha in-game footage. Creation Engine 2. Let's get. I don't need all this stuff. 25 years in the making. And Digital Foundry, it's in one of their videos where they go.
The wonder is
A lot of stuff in here is
not that
extra
the field
detail
of
that was not in
stars
the
is so
gameplay that they
vast,
showed.
but that we have measured it. You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family. What you've found, it's the key to unlocking everything.
Look at the face.
This is all we've been working towards.
Dude, did this look like what we saw?
We've come to the beginning of humanity's final journey.
Prepare for departure. Graviton loop array.
Is that what your ship looks like?
Your space lane is clear.
That's
In
why
engine
we're here.
again. In engine.
Main engines go. Ignition.
To discover what's out there.
Good luck, Constellation.
Look at this dude's
You
face.
are go for launch.
Oh, the release date. 11/11/22. Look at the where's the where is it? Yeah.
Loop array full.
Where's that terrain shot?
We reach your constellation.
It's look at this. Right?
This is.
You see that? Okay. Now, let's look at you get a good glimpse of this, right? And now let's look at what they showed. Dude, did that look like anything like that? Frame rate dropping. Bullshit smoke. Look at this. Does this look anything like that in-game engine? Do we like?
This is all we've been working
Look
towards.
at this guy look.
Of humanity's final.
Smoke and mirrors, right? But wait, there's more. So, let's go visit Greenie and Hines from last year. And listen how they mock you, the gamer. You're going to like this. Hit the like button and tell me why you would go fly there and listen. They are talking about this. And they showed this. All right? Look at this guy. They showed this year. But they're talking about this. They're talking about this one.
Constellation. This is all we've been working towards.
Right? Listen.
Yeah, right, exactly. Started from the bottom, now we're here. So if we go like this was kind of a no-brainer that like we talked about early on, and we never, because you know in the process you change your mind about it.
This was a Spaces that they had last year after the show. Okay? This is the Spaces after last year's Starfield. That in-engine.
We're like, what if Todd came out? What if Todd, like instead of, what if it's Todd and he just comes out and shows
Starfield? This is
Starfield?
good.
Like,
Get my Holy Spirit activate ready.
It's like that table where you're like, prove me wrong. Like there's no way there's a better idea than that, right? And like that thing stuck from beginning to end. And what a fun way to open the show. And people like that asset, like hopefully people read it carefully, but that's in game.
Nobody
Like,
reads,
people
and
didn't
my
believe it was
takeaway from this
in-game.
week
They're
is
like, that can't be in game. It says
nobody
in-game.
reads anything and nobody listens to anything I say. Like we're just, I don't know why I spend so much time worrying about like writing things a certain way and then nobody bothers to read it anyway. They just read somebody else's summary of it and go, "Oh, that must be what he said."
See, that's the
It's
curse
right
of
there
our
on the
jobs,
screen,
Pete. We
folks.
try
Like,
so hard.
We put it on there so you would know, hey, this is in-engine stuff, all game assets. Like nope, in one ear, out the other. Didn't hear what you just said.
But then they were like, I like the Starfield, but it was too bad it was a CG. It's not a CG. Like, it's not a CG. Like, we do CG. We get it. You know, like, piece. If there's a, like, we'll take the CG hit on a CG piece. But, like, that was, and the team, and obviously, we've seen more of the game, too. So we know what a special thing that they're creating. But,
it's also sort of a connective tissue-wise. Like, people sort of wonder, like, how do all of these studios at Bethesda, like, why are they all, how did that happen, right? Because Arcane and Bethesda and id, they don't make the exact same kinds of games at all, but things like that, the sort of representation or like be who you want, create whatever kind of character you want in a BGS thing and go off and do what you want, like that for Starfield is the thing that I'm most excited to get to, right? Like I think.
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy Spirit,
no.
activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Activate.
Like, it's like that table where you're like, so hard.
We put it on there so you would know, hey, this is in-engine stuff, all game assets. Like, nope, in one ear, out the other.
Fun way to open the show. And people like that asset, like hopefully people read it carefully, but that's in game.
Nobody
like,
reads,
people didn't
my
believe it was
takeaway from this
in-game.
week
They're
is
like, that can't be in game. It says
nobody
in-game.
reads anything and nobody listens to anything I say. Like we're just, I don't know why I spend so much time worrying about like writing things a certain way and then nobody bothers to read it anyway. They just read somebody else's summary of it and go, "Oh, that must be what he said."
See, that's the
It's
curse
right
of
there
our
on the
jobs,
screen,
Pete. We
folks.
try so
Like,
hard.
We put it on there so you would know, hey, this is in-engine stuff, all game assets. Like nope, in one ear, out the other. Didn't hear what you just said.
But then they were like, I like the Starfield, but it was too bad it was a CG. It's not a CG. Like, it's not a CG. Like, we do CG. We get it. Like, piece. If there's a, like, we'll take the CG hit on a CG piece. But like that was, and the team, and obviously, we've seen more of the game too, so we know what a special thing that they're creating. But it's
it's also sort of connective tissue wise, like people sort of wonder, like, how do all of these studios at Bethesda, like, why are they all? How did that happen, right?
Of representation and diversity and inclusion with video game characters, we're seeing a lot of improvement now.
So what do you think about that?
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody.
That said, in-engine alpha. It said alpha. Alpha in-engine. Alpha. So wait, so alpha is the first, then beta, right? So we're in beta phase right now? Why does it look worse in beta than it looks in alpha? And it was smooth. Oh, it was so smooth. Why wasn't it dropping to 30 frames if it's using in-game assets? Because it was an in-engine gameplay. They took the asset of this rock and put it in there, and it was rendered already. It wasn't gameplay. Just look at the camera angles and stuff like that. That's not gameplay. Is there a photo mode? But they doubled down last year. Now think, if you saw that, what you saw last year in 21, they come onto a Twitter space and telling you, you guys just don't listen to us. We put it on there. It's in-game assets. It's in-game. But you choose not to listen. It goes in one ear and out the other. It's not CGI. It's alpha in-game engine, in-engine. So if you go in there with those expectations, they double down on those expectations. They're calling you a fool for not listening to them. Then the year after they showed you alpha looking that good, now they're showing you this, and people are like, why are you criticizing Starfield? Why? It looks okay. It's Bethesda. They're known for their jank. They're known for their stuff. It's Bethesda. There's not going to be any third person talking, dialogue. But you wonder, why does it look like this? It's a downgrade from an alpha that you had a call after and told us that we don't listen to you and trust you, that we shouldn't listen to you. It goes in one ear and out the other, they said. I specifically put there, this is in-engine assets. This is not CGI. That's what they said. But that last year stuff looked a lot better than this. But now we get all the excuses. The frame rate drops. The bullets coming from all over the place. The lack of animations. The hit detection. The sub 30 frames. After you show this last year, and with a release date, brand new universe, 25 years in the making. This is what he's talking about right here. Alpha in-game footage. What was that again, guys? I love it. I just love hearing just the blatant lies watching it.
Well, and then,
it's awesome. It's awesome.
Saw, Greenie, how quickly we were already seeing like strike a chord with them. I think
on reveal, and yeah, I see we've got some of the. You're like, prove me wrong. Like, there's no way there's a better idea than that, right?
He listens to anything I say.
People like that asset. Like hopefully people read it carefully, but that's in-game.
Nobody reads.
Like, people didn't believe it was
from this week
They're like, that can't be in-game. It says
nobody
in-game.
reads anything, and nobody listens to anything I say. Like we're just. I don't know why I spend so much time worrying about like writing things a certain way, and then nobody bothers to read it anyway. They just read somebody else's summary of it and go, "Oh, that must be what he said."
See, that's the
It's
curse
right
of
there
our
on the
jobs,
screen,
Pete. We
folks.
try so
Like,
hard.
We put it on there so you would know, hey, this is in-engine stuff, all game assets. Like nope, in one ear, out the other. Didn't hear what you just said.
But then they were like, I like the Starfield, but it was too bad it was a CG. It's not a CG. Like, it's not a CG. Like, we do CG. We get it. Like, piece. If there's a, like, we'll take the CG hit on a CG piece. But like that was, and the team, and obviously, we've seen more of the game too, so we know what a special thing that they're creating. But
they've seen more of the game.
And it's also sort of connective tissue wise, like people
And then,
sort of wonder like, how do all of these studios
and then
Bethesda, like,
grinders,
why are they
you know,
all,
just as a
how did that
last
happen?
grind, because you think I always give you one more, right? I don't even have to see. What's crazy is I love this stuff because I don't even have to talk. It writes itself because they don't know how to shut up. They don't know how to show a game. They don't know how to get the fans. They're hyped already. You just got to deliver. All you got to do is show the game. And you just lie the year before. You double down on your lie. And then the year after, when the game doesn't look like last year, you wonder why people are disappointed. Why are people criticizing Starfield? Why is it getting picked on? Well, because you downgraded the hell out of it, because you not only just showed that stuff, but doing all this in-engine stuff. Same thing with Forza. All this ray tracing stuff is going to bite them in the ass. This on-track ray tracing, this replay ray tracing, in-engine Forza demo, it's going to bite them in the ass because they're leading with the wrong thing. Just like this, they led with the wrong thing. I don't have to talk. They talk over themselves. Phil Spencer.
Games to our platform, because in the end I think the gamers play the games.
Of course they do.
They don't play the studios.
That
They
is
don't
true.
play the resolution numbers, right? They play the games, and we want to make sure the best games
What
are
have they
there.
been playing? Resolution numbers and studios for the last 3-4 years. You're the one that started that thing. Coming out and talking about resolution. Coming to E3 stage without games and talking about buying studios. It writes itself. But wait, there's one more thing. I give you a better goddamn E3 than they can. Now, Pete Hines went on Twitter, and when Starfield was announced last year as exclusive, let's see, do I have it here? They never shut up. Exactly. So, where is it? Pete Hines went on Twitter and said, this. Where the hell did it go? Damn it. What is this thing? When it got announced last year, I got to reduce this. Hold on. He came on. He goes, I have nothing to do with exclusivity. I'm apologizing because some fans are upset and angry. I'm sorry they are about, the game not coming to all platforms of Starfield, right? He apologized. And people are like, he's sorry. What did Greenberg have to say about it?
End result. And I do want to just Jeff,
Oh, I
Keely, and
saw a
others, were
lot of
tweeting about
people-
that.
A
Yeah,
lot of people
yeah.
talking about replaced and like that
Yeah.
being on their radar. And again,
Replaced.
before we go buy it, that Battlefield stuff.
But your what is it? Wellness
I
Day.
have not looked at Twitter today. Sorry, Twitter. Since everybody decided to freak out yesterday because I said I'm sorry to somebody who was upset, I decided maybe we all take a break from each other, except for this.
It's
But
all
only
good.
'cause I
I'm not
have
sorry.
Greenie as a
I'm not
buffer.
sorry. But
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
Holy
Oh, no.
Spirit,
Oh, no.
activate.
What happened to when we all play, we all win? What happened? So when he's apologized, he's saying, I'm sorry. What did Greenberg just say?
But
Somebody who was upset, I decided maybe we all take a break from each other, except for this.
It's
But
all
they got a lot in that game, and it all looks really
Yeah.
good. So can't wait.
agree. And they showed another piece today that I thought was also excellent. I know you had your day off, but your what is it? Wellness
I
Day.
have not looked at Twitter today. Sorry, Twitter. Since everybody
Yeah,
decided to
but
freak out yesterday because I said I'm sorry to somebody who was upset, I decided maybe we all take a break from each other, except for this.
it's
But
all
only
good.
'cause
I'm
I
not
have
sorry.
Greenie as a
I'm not
buffer.
sorry.
Green Beret's gonna kick your big ass.
I eat green berets for breakfast.
Right now, I'm very hungry.
See those movies.
Oh, but Final Fantasy is not coming to Xbox. Oh. Not sorry. And then Phil talks out his ass. Oh, when we all play, we all win. Kumbaya. Grab your phone, get your strap-ons, all those other trash. Dude. What are we doing? I'm not sorry. He's not sorry. Pete Hines is like, I'm sorry to somebody about exclusivity, about, they're not going to get a chance to play it, and this, empathizing with somebody. Greenberg goes, he's not sorry. He wants to see them suffer.
You blew my cover! For the first time in my life, I'm pissed off! Give me the...
I'm honest. And they didn't like that. That's how I genuinely feel. I've not even...
Don't ask me about my business, Kate.
There you go. He's not sorry. Article's written. He's not sorry. It's a business, dude. But Phil goes there. When we all play, we all win. Everybody's there. He's not sorry about exclusivity. Pete Hines is. We're telling you about exclusive. We're telling you about that. We're doubling down. That was in-game assets last year. Starfield. Now we show it this year in engine. It was in engine last year. Now it's gameplay. But Phil had no money. Mr. Tennis, he likes this. Mr. Tennis got it. He likes it.
Of course they do. They don't play.
Tennis likes it.
That Microsoft has the money. I have the green lights. I have the green light. I have the green lights. I have the green light. I have the green light, so to speak. I have the green light, so to speak, in your terms, to go and acquire studios. I have the green light, so I have the green light, so I have the green light, so to speak, in your so to speak, in your terms, to go and acquire studios, so to speak, in your terms, so to speak, in your terms. Green light, so to speak, have the green light, so to speak, in your terms.
Yeah, the green light the whole time. I got the green light. Hey, this stuff, it's, and why do I bring it up? It's disrespect to us, the gamers. It's a mockery of our hobby. Speaking to us like we're less than. Manipulating with sending controllers out, sending me to rooftop parties, drinking that Phil Ness, showing me something one year, telling me that's real, then the next year it's not. It's a mockery. It's a pandering to the audience. It is treating us less than, that they're better than us. That's how I view it. I look at it as we're the consumers. We should be the most important things, and we should be happy. But you should not be lying to us. In-game engines and stuff. After you touted 12 teraflops, you should just show the game. Just like they showed Horizon gameplay. And people are like, oh my God. Why is it so difficult? You didn't even do that with FORZA this year. It's stupid, man. It's disrespectful, and it's just mocking us. And then on top of that, this casualizing of games and Game Pass and Dollar Bill Phil, and you see their showcase just turning into this kind of Game Pass like showcase. It's not even an Xbox showcase. It's everything that's coming to Game Pass. It's filled with like where are just the multi-platform games or second party deals that you just getting to Xbox. Like, where's those games? Where's just like the second party deal or a AAA exclusive that you're working with? Anything. Where is that?
You're my
Instead,
number one customer.
You fill it with service games, the Sea of Thieves and Fallout 76, and show a bunch of indie day one games and a little bit of gameplay and bullshit of your first party, and they're nowhere to be found. You had no time to show anything with 20 first party games because you dominated your 90 minutes of everything that had to come to Game Pass, which made it look like an indie showcase. It made it look like, who are these games? Okay, well, that's nice. Because you're totally focused on this service. So where are the other games not in Game Pass that are coming to Xbox? You think? Everything has to be day one Xbox. Even games that are multi-platform, just because they're coming to Game Pass, they're shown on this show. You turned your E3 showcase into a Game Pass indie showcase. It's just so lacking. And what? Wait to Gamescom? Wait to this? Every while, oh, they might have an XO? They better have an XO. Don't even tell me they might have one. They better have a fucking XO. And know what? Don't send out people chanting Phil's name.
One of the things I really,
This was the last XO.
I really love about being here is the families that are here. And we see
I remember they shipped down Joseph Staten to talk about Crackdown multiplayer. He talking about it and left. Double R with the super chat. Thank you. From the rooftop bots are chanting his name, Phil, 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 as he stands behind them using sand as lubricant. Oh, shit.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years.
Damn, double R.
Yeah, that's always been a hit on the company on that. Whatever I hear some criticism.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd say always. Like I think
You're my number one customer.
On you, but I have.
The Game Night 123 No More Heroes 3 is got its Japanese release date announced, and a couple of comments are like, Game Pass? Shake my head. Oh, I saw that. No More Heroes 3 guy. Oh, yeah. Game Pass. What? Don John Sean says the Wolong gameplay the media got to see was all on PS5? What? Oh, my God. No. Wait.
期待いただい
No, you lying?
想像すると思う
Is this the one? It's not allowed back. Is this the one? This is the gameplay a little long. Another, yeah. He talked about like this was a Japanese deal that he was working out. Dude, it was a multi-platform game you're going to put in Game Pass. Like, where are just the regular games? Maybe somebody's not interested. Remember, there's only like 25 million people in Game Pass. So, like what? You know, there are other people that maybe are not interested in Game Pass. Where are the games for them? Oh, was the article? Hold on, let me see. I'm checking. Wait, where did it say? I'm looking. Hold on, I'm checking here. I'm looking at here. Babby Lion, what are you saying? Let's see. It looks pretty cool. Wow, this is a... It's even cross-gen, too. Well, we know that PS5 is the lead platform for development, dude. That's why games seem to be better optimized for it. It's a friggin' mess, dude. They got to get their game sorted out, man. They got to get their... Oh, Bacardi and closed door demo? It looks interesting. But, oh, I passed it? Did I just skip it fast much? Where was it? Can I find on page PS5? Oh, there it is. No, wait. You sure? I don't know. Don Johnson was playing on there. It looks interesting. Oh, under development on PS5? Oh, Jesus. During the interview. But anyway, like, you know, the thing is that he wanted to show gameplay. The gameplay wasn't there. The ray tracing in Forza, I think, is the poor foot to lead on because they didn't talk about the game itself. They talked about ray tracing. I think that's going to bite him in the ass. Digital Foundry is already calling them out on it. Starfield, that thing just blew my mind. What the hell is that double down last year? You know, it started with just Greenberg not saying he was sorry for exclusivity. And then I listened to the rest of that interview and finding out that they doubled down on that that in-engine stuff. Same thing with the Forza, in-engine. Halo, in-engine. And then the other guy, I put the link in there, and I'll put that in there with, you know, his stuff about how they want to wine and dine you, man. That's what it's about. It's not about the game coverage. Who cares about the game? We want to get you out here, look at your face, drink the Phil Ness, man. Come with our rooftop party so you'll love us. What about your game output? Don't worry about that. Just make sure that I'll fly you out here next year. Here's some controllers. Be quiet. They're shortage on controllers because they probably sent them out too many check marks. They have to pull back on those ambassadors, man. But with that, Grind has been an awesome show. I want to thank everybody for the Tuesday edition of the Gaming Grindhouse. Hit that like button. Share it out. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that VIP button. Thank you to the new VIP grinders. Thank you, Super Chats. Thank you to the grinders here. And, you know, Frogs had to go. Shout out to Frog. Shout out to Link. Shout out to Ghost. I'm glad those guys came on. I know that, you know, we burned the oil here and going through the stuff. But, you know, hopefully you guys catch on the replay. And I want to, you know, follow those guys definitely on Twitter and on YouTube. And you'll see them around here. But, you know, last line I'll leave you with is Phil Spencer this time of year go, hey, Phil, where are the games? And this is what he says to you.
Don't ask me about my business, Kate.
Is it true?
Don't ask me about my business.
No.
That's it. Don't ask him about his business. Don't ask Phil where the games are. He'll tell you about Xcloud, but don't ask him about the games. He'll give you some in-engine demos and tell Greenie, tell them that's real. But guys, hit that like button, share it out. This is it, man. And this is the reason why I talk about it, because I just feel that it's disingenuous. And, you know, this is my hobby. I like this stuff. I like games moving the industry forward. Great games. Not being fooled. Not being PR'd into the ground. And that's what grinds my gears. And that's what the Gaming Grindhouse is about. Shout out to all the grinders. Hit that like button. Share it out. We're almost at 1,500 grinders. Buck Roger, he got the pool of 1,000. I don't know what's going to happen at 1,500 grinders. But we're getting there. I'm close to it. We're going to get there. So thank you again, everybody. Like, subscribe, share it out. Hit the Grindhouse. Some streaming coming your way. More gaming bites. And see me on the Twitters at GGep73. Talk to you guys later. And girls, thank you again. I'm out.